Rolling through the bluff, trolling through the block, chain swinging heavy clout. Spitting on the mic, what's the latest, what's about? Politicians tripping, headlines flipping out. In the heart of the South, where the whispers turn to shouts. Meetings in the shadows, hustlers making plans. Deals going down, gripping tight, shaking hands. City buzzing loud, news dap in demand. Dirty South vibe, deep roots, dirty land. Drop by, chop it up, news flying in the wind. Talk about the biz, who's winning, who will spin. Crime on the rise, truth over till the end. Dirty South, live a thick skin, thick skin. Rappers on the come up, topics in their rhymes. Truth spilling raw, cutting through the grime. Events popping off, party scenes in their prime. Southern nights wild, about to lose track of time. Headlines breaking, cities heart be racing. Discussions, heavy heads nodding syncopation. From the bodega gossip to the mayor's dictation. Southside stories, raw truth, no hesitation. Drop by, chopping up, news flying in the wind. Talk about the biz, who's winning, who will spin. Crime on the rise, truth over till the end. Dirty South, live a thick skin, thick skin. Drop by, chopping up, news flying in the wind. Talk about the biz, who's winning, who will spin. Crime on the rise, truth over till the end. Dirty South, live a thick skin, thick skin. Drop by, chopping up, news flying in the wind. Talk about the biz, who's winning, who will spin. Crime on the rise, truth over till the end. Dirty South, live a thick skin, thick skin. Dirty South, living thick skin, thick skin. Dirty South, living thick skin, thick skin. Rappers on the come up, topics in their rhymes. Truth spilling raw, cutting through the grime. Events popping off, party scenes in their prime. Southern nights wild, about to lose track of time. Headlines breaking, cities heart be racing. Discussions, heavy heads nodding syncopation. From the bodega gossip to the mayor's dictation. Southside stories, raw truth, no hesitation. Drop by, chopping up, news flying in the wind. Talk about the biz, who's winning, who will spin. Crime on the rise, truth over till the end. Dirty South, live a thick skin, thick skin. Drop by, chopping up, news flying in the wind. Talk about the biz, who's winning, who will spin. Crime on the rise, truth over till the end. Dirty South, living thick skin, thick skin.
Hey, what's cracking with everybody? Welcome y'all to the DVD episode 60. What is it? 65? Yeah, 65. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. With your boy OGDoDirty and
your boy Resla over here.
That's a whole fact. You know what I'm saying? What's going on with you, brother? How your day been going?
Pretty slow day. Pretty slow. It's been a pretty chill Sunday. How about yourself?
Right. Man, another one of them good Sundays I have for myself, bro. Got me some cookies on deck. Got me some good food in front of me. Got to roll up a blunt. I'm ready. Ready for the shenanigans. In again. And besides that, man, we got a lot of people that showed up early. I don't know what just happened. What the hell happened?
Oh, let's see. Who showed up?
I don't know. But nigga, that motherfucker live.
He said loud. So we got Mayo in the building. May was already up here, first one in. Got No Chaser. I see that's up here. Stephanie T is in the building. What's going on, Stephanie? Odds, of course. Up in here. Pimpin is in the building. Appreciate you for actually showing up. And we got more people that's up there, more people that's actually just viewing right now. So just say what's up. Say what's up in the building. Let everybody know that you came through.
That's the whole fact. If you over on the vertical side of the game, man, double tap the screen. Double tap the screen. That hits the like button for those that's on the vertical. If you're on the horizontal, just go down there and hit the like button. If you want to support the stream, you want to support the show, CashApp is at the bottom. I am Resla and OG DoDirty. You can hit either one of those. It helps out a lot. Or you can go to each one of our pages and hit super stickers or super chats. They all work. So support the stream, support the show. We do, if you want to initiate a $5 challenge, we have that. And we also, if you want to initiate a $10 challenge, we have that too. Just make sure you let it be known that's what you're issuing for those out there. So if they want to continue the challenge, they can. But make sure you go out and support. And the best way to support is by hitting that like button. And make sure you go and subscribe to Resla's page. Let's get them over 1,000 now. What we doing?
Funny enough. There was a weird thing that happened today, right? So I was out doing my walk, and then I was going by Starbucks. I was passing by Starbucks. There were people out there who were just like all talking or whatever. And I noticed something. I said, "Oh shit, what's that? What's going on with this?" This one woman, she came in. I guess she had a cup, And when the cup I saw was like a bear, I said, "Oh shit! I didn't even know they sell that." She's like, "What? You don't know about this?" So apparently, this is what I learned today. There is a limited edition cup for Starbucks, and apparently people have been getting into fights and everything over it. So as I got in today, I was telling my girl about it. She's like, "Yeah, I already know about the limited edition cup." I said, "Well, shit. Well, what's so special about this cup?" She's like, "Nothing, but I'm not gonna pay like $30 for it." I say, "It's $30 for this fucking cup? It's just a bear." For what I understand, it's just a bear with a cap on his head. With $30? People getting in fights? And the first thing that came to my mind is like people was losing their shit for like Popeye's chicken or whatever. But I'm like, this is Starbucks. So that means it's gonna be a bunch of weird and wild people that's gonna be fighting for it. And just think about it. I know why it's probably selling because one, it's limited edition. And number two, we're around the Christmas season now. So I want to do a little bit of digging up into it to see exactly what the hell is the issue with these damn cups. Do you drink Starbucks, sir?
No, sir, I do not. I don't drink coffee, period. I believe it's a waste of time. Your body's supposed to make that energy for you. You shouldn't need nothing like that. Hey, y'all, we're going to drop this link for those who want to come up to the stream and join us on this drop by discussions. Episode 65. You know, you're welcome to come up. Dropping it. We're going to pin it to both channels. But y'all, sir, do you drink Starbucks is the question.
I don't drink Starbucks as much as I used to. If I do drink Starbucks, I don't really drink the coffee. I'll drink other things, mainly like tea and such like that. They have a good mint tea, but I don't drink it especially like every day. I just can't do it.
Okay.
That's just because I'm trying to be back on trying to get back on a coffee kick, so I won't be back on it. I remember when I didn't drink coffee.
Yeah, I don't mess with coffee, period, dog. It makes me, it's like an energy drink for me. It crashes me out. So I don't really mess with it like that. I try my best.
Okay, all right. So like I said, I found this creator here. Apparently she knows something about it. I didn't even know this was days ago, man. And I'm wondering, let's just see this, and I'm wondering if it's even worth it. Well, for one, I don't think it's worth it, but I want to know why people are losing their shit over it to the point where people are saying that they're actually having fights. Oh, let's see how we feel about this one.
Y'all are doing all this for Starbucks' new teddy bear cup?
Open over here. Do you have more back here? Can I get two? I need one. Thank you. Oh my god.
That was intense.
She's shopping on Starbucks.
I'm buying the cup. People are going insane over these cups.
So here's what's going on. Last week, Starbucks released their newest edition, the Starbucks Teddy Bear Cup, also called the Barista Cup. Get it?
Barista.
Okay. And I bet you're saying, Simone, what is so special about this cup from Starbucks? Well, it's the limited edition glass cold cup shaped like a teddy bear. And y'all, it's completely taken over TikTok. People have been lining up at 4 a.m, camping outside of Starbucks, in many cases for the cups to be sold out in minutes. Y'all are trying to give Stanley a run for its money because the Starbucks Bear Cup has people losing their minds. And what we really want to know is this: how much is this dang cup? I'm glad some of y'all are asking the hard questions. It is $32.20 for this Bear Cup. In Starbucks, I might be a little shady with my tea here. And I get people love a trend. And you know what? Starbucks knows this about y'all. Y'all haven't peeped the game by now. We're right around Christmas time. So Starbucks said to themselves, let's make a product, something so irresistible that they can't go without it. Let's give them a glass bear. They will line up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Don't believe me? What is this? I'm still in.
Yeah, y'all wildin'.
She said, I will be claiming my teddy bear cup at 4 a.m. sharp.
Starbucks don't even like open till like what? 7?
Yeah.
6 some places.
Yeah.
She out there like she's waiting for a new console to drop.
Yeah.
Like it's a freaking PS5. Like they got PS6 coming out.
I'm surprised she ain't have the whole get up, sir. The tent nigga with some hot dogs out there cooking on a little stove.
That's
I'm surprised
crazy.
she ain't got the whole get up. She's slacking right now. She ain't doing it right.
That is wild. What's going on, Kramos? This is crazy. For a glass, I don't even see anything special about it.
I don't see nothing special about it either. But what I see is an activity of Americans, of humans. This is what humans do, bro. See, people. I'm glad to see this, and I'm gonna let you continue. I want to hear what all they're gonna say before I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, because we showed they had problems with other people who's doing it. So I want to let's see what happens.
And I knew these comments was going to be juicy. And this comment says, I went to one. They only had one bear and 2 people ahead of me. So now I'm at a different one, first in line. Somebody here commented, this gives 2007 Black Friday vibes. I love it. Somebody here commented, currently stalking mine. Got here at 4:05. Y'all are stalking the party.
Stalking?
You know what? I expect this out of y'all. Let's see some more. This video says, when you say you want the bear cup and he takes it serious. And it says in the caption, my fiance is camping outside Starbucks until 4 a.m. 4 a.m. just to get me the bear. And they only have 2. And one more time, this one says, POV, we waited outside since 2 a.m. for the Starbucks bear, but the employees took them before we could. Hold on, there got to be more to this story.
Story time if I waited outside for hours for the new Starbucks Christmas bear cup, but the employees took them all before we could even get them. Here I am arriving to my local Kroger, which actually has a Starbucks store inside of it, around 2 a.m. And this is when I got nervous because there was already about 6 people in front of me, and the store said that they only had 6 cups. So I knew I was already in a little bit of a pickle, but I decided to wait it out. Here it is at 6 a.m. They broke the doors open, didn't even wait for the employees, and they started sprinting to check out those bear cups. But little did they know what we were in for. I believe some of the people in front of me got there like even earlier, so I can't only even imagine. But here's the Starbucks, and if you look there, you can already see employees, including Kroger employees, checking out the cups before we could even get them after we waited in line for them. So, I mean, I wasn't that mad, but the people in front of me, they were pissed. I was there for the bear cup and the bear cup only. I did not walk out with the bear cup and walked out empty-handed. Thanks a lot, Starbucks.
And I just know that the Starbucks employees are fighting for their lives in the comment section. So now I'm curious. Starbucks employees, were y'all stealing the teddy bear cups before the customers could really get in there?
Absolutely. And they probably took 2 or 3. 1 for them actually, and 2 to probably sell like on eBay, because you know they can hike the fucking price up.
That's
the damn Mayo beat me. Mayo beat me to it. You're gonna put like $100 on eBay. Yep, Mayo beat me to it, because that's exactly what I would do.
What you expect people to do?
If they gonna want it,
that's the crazy part.
Come on, the setup is that, come on, you know there's enough cups, but they're only putting out a certain amount a day because it keeps people coming back. And if they're coming back to buy that cup, I mean, they're gonna want to fill the cup up with something, right?
No.
So keep having them come back, because you know what they say? Oh, we ran out of cups, and you know what they're gonna say? Shit. Well, I'm already here in line, so I might as well just order something while I'm here. I guess I'll have to come back tomorrow.
So are you saying the company is doing this, or are you saying what are you saying? Because I'm lost. Because that's what I'm saying.
I won't say the company's doing it. I'll say that the store managers are doing it.
Oh no. See, we're on 2 different planes on this one. This is a marketing ploy, and it's been working for a lot of different people.
Well, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that the company didn't issue it out. But I don't think the company's saying you can only sell this many per day. They're saying we're going to give you the stock. It's not an unlimited stock. We want you to sell them all. But as a store manager, they need to figure out what's the best way to sell it. Because not all Starbucks are popular. Not all Starbucks are flooded. Let me say that.
Yeah, but this would. So okay, I'm
this is not a big.
I don't like to talk between these videos, like, because I really want to see what the hell is happening, because I want to hear everything else before I say something that's outlandish. Because I know I am, bro. I mean, this don't make no sense, bro. I mean, it do to me, But for some people, not even going to see it for what it is. That's the crazy part. I can tell you that right now. I can tell by just looking at the chat that people not even seeing it for what it is. They just think it's a ploy, and it's really not.
All right, well, let's see a little bit more of it.
Let's see if the Starbucks employees can beat the allegations.
If it's the exact same video, it ain't gonna make no difference. They're buying everything. That's jacked up.
All the Starbucks employees came and they took everything. And we've been waiting in line outside. That is so crazy to me. You will never believe what happened to me tonight. I literally have no words. Me and my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, went to Starbucks today.
Yeah.
To get the bear cup. I haven't done anything like this since I was like, I don't know, like a teenager when I was doing it for Black Friday. I got there, I was the very first person in line. So I got there super early. It's like 3:50, like the line's starting to like pick up, like people are starting to get in. These girls get out of their car in their pajamas. All I see is these 4 girls go in front of me, and one of them had a key. So she had to be like a manager or something. So she got her key, she put her key in the door, and the door wouldn't unlock because the other manager that was inside currently had her key in the door. This girl starts knocking on the window. The manager that was inside, she let the 4 girls in, and they just cleared the whole store. Like they took everything. They took the Hello Kitty plushes. They took all the, so I did get one thing, and honestly, like, okay, so I got this, and honestly, I only got it because I waited in line for it. Like I felt like I needed to get something because I spent all that time, like, and I had nothing to show for it.
And so Starbucks, you mean to tell me this lady is saying it was an inside job? She knew the folks that hopped out the car with her in the pajamas. She was looking out for some people, allegedly. I don't know. She had the keys. They got first dibs. And it sucks because she was already there thinking, I'm gonna be first in line. Woo!
But I was gonna get the little bear mug and I was first in line, so I would have gotten one. Like I would have been guaranteed to get one because I was the very first person in line.
You would have.
Is it just a cup? Yeah, they're just cups. But like, it's the whole like principle. But I just want you to see what happened. You tell me what you think.
Show us.
And that's crazy. You guys have to wait in line just like the rest
Everybody
of us.
else. That is not fair. That is not right.
We've been here for 2 hours.
You guys are not fair, including the employees. Whoever's the manager, you guys are going to stop this because you know this is wrong. We are going to report this. All of you guys.
Ooh, not them saying they're going to corporate on y'all. Do you see the look on her face when she's like, you going to report us?
You cannot do this in your. Ooh. We will definitely turn this.
Not them putting y'all on candy cam because y'all was cutting in line and it was an inside job. Allegedly. Is this against Starbucks policy? I don't know. And then also, how do y'all feel about the fact that people are getting up at 4 in the morning, 2 in the morning to go get these cups? Like this lady was there at 2 in the morning, first in line, mind you. And she ended up getting this cup right here just so she wouldn't leave empty-handed, but she wasn't even satisfied with it. Do y'all think that this speaks to the issue of consumerism and overconsumption in the United States? Or do you just see this as a fun activity to do? And Starbucks employees, I'm trying to help y'all out in this video. I'm trying to find somebody to help y'all beat the allegations that y'all are out here getting first dibs on all the fancy limited edition cups, including this one. Now I got faith in you, whoever this is on the screen, that you will redeem the Starbucks employee name. Let's see how you do.
And to all you customers that are calling all the baristas for the glassware cups and are mad that the baristas bought them first, just so you know, the Starbucks CEO literally treats us so bad and we don't get any of the same perks. And I work at a Safeway Starbucks. We don't get free food. We don't get markouts. We don't get anything. I'm buying the cup. Thank you. Stop getting mad at baristas because they're the ones that are serving all of you. It's Starbucks' fault. They sent every Starbucks like 4 cups and expected that to be enough? People are going insane over these cups. So thank you. I have mine. Stop being mad about it.
Girl, I fear you ain't helping with the allegations. You're not helping them.
Yeah, that's not going to work out too well. She made the rest of them look bad. And then on top of that, she better hope somebody don't recognize her and then see her walking with the cup and knock that shit out of her hands and that shit break. She better hope there are some petty and spiteful people out here.
beat the allegations. At this point, Starbucks employees, y'all looking really guilty right now. Y'all looking guilty. Now I get it. She was saying that they don't make enough money, but girl, if you paid for the cup like you said you did, we seen the price tag on that thing in the beginning. It was $30-something. And I get it. Everybody wants the cup. Everybody's going crazy for it. But I think I'd much rather you just say, I wanted the cup just like everybody else. I'm a fan. And it says here in the comments, I just had to go to the comments on this one. Later that night, she got fired because she posted this on TikTok. I doubt it. I doubt she got fired. Somebody here said, this is why I don't tip y'all. Somebody else here said, girl, they about to fire any employees with this cup that are taunting the public consumer. And you uploaded this video of it. Is that what's going on right now? They really firing people? Are the Starbucks employees?
I mean, not for nothing. It's not like she was talking about something that was totally different. She literally came for the customer's neck and literally said, yeah, I basically stole it from you. Technically, she bought it, but she's like, yeah, I'm not going to give you a chance to buy it. It shouldn't be first come, first serve. That's essentially what she just said. Is that okay, OG?
Yeah, it's okay, because it's not.
It shouldn't be first come, first serve. But what's the whole point you putting it on the shelf?
No, bro, it's not like that. That's not how life works.
Life?
Yeah, life, bro. It's no policy where they say first come, first serve. Not nowhere for them niggas. They don't hit. It's the reason why it's not like that is because they don't run an operation like that. Their operation is to open up their doors and then they serve everybody that comes in. It's not the employee's fault, and nobody, especially not the consumer's fault, bro. That stupid ass company sent only 4 to 3 cups out. And let's just give it a good estimation of 6 cups out to each motherfucking location that they own, understanding that you are a corporation and understanding that the product that you have made, right? So this type of stuff is the same thing that they do with everything else that they try to push upon to make a buck, right? They understand it by looking at the algorithm and looking at how things work in the real world. When you put something out like this that people are diehard Starbucks fans or Starbucks consumers, they're going to want to get that shit. But you didn't even send out enough that again make you money. What is the marketing of making a $30 cup that you know is going to sell and don't put the $30 cup out? Make that make sense.
So you believe they only gave like 6 cups?
No, what you mean? If she said that they only gave 3.
She said 4. Yeah, she
cups,
said
3 to 4 cups. That's what the employee said, because they don't make no money, and of course she's going to buy it. That's besides the point. You can't take her words and say that and try to flip it on her, because she literally bought the motherfucking cup. So
no, I'm not saying it's not wrong because she spent the money, so it's not like she just took it for free.
So that's cool, right? The problem I have with it is I even boosted it up to 6. We can boost it up to 10 if you wanted to, sir. We can boost it up to 20 if you wanted to. Let's just send 20 cups to each location. You think they'll still have this problem?
Well, yeah, it's a limited time. That's what I'm saying. If you're gonna put them out, just put them out.
My point exactly. So they understand what they're doing. Because if it was something for a limited time, then again, knowing marketing, then what you would do is you will build the product, store the product, and send it out between certain periods of time to make the quote of the money that you paid to make the product.
Correct.
What they're doing is something way totally different. They don't have a lot of them coming to the store. So they limited themselves on the money they're going to be making on a $30 cup. So let's say that 3,000 people come through your shop, comes through a Starbucks a day, right? And that's on the small end, because I'm pretty sure it's way more than that. I had way more customers coming over nighttime at a chicken spot. So if they're going to a Starbucks that early in the morning, or they just going to a Starbucks, period, why only make 4 to 5, not a good quantity to sell? Because you're selling each cup for $30. That's a lot of money. I'm pretty sure there's other cups that y'all got in there, or any other cup that you can make, is not going to be $30. You buy it on the pennies on a dollar. They making a hell of profit on them cups. So why not push them for a limited time like they said they're going to do to make the money? Because the money will be made. How many people do you think was in that line, Resla, from what we just got through seeing on here?
Well, that's supposed to be like what, 6 something in the morning. So it's probably like there was already probably like 6, 7 people there already.
And not even including your walk-ups and your walk-bys who just come in Starbucks and not even knowing about your promotion until
Right.
you tell them about it. You're going to make money. Why are they not doing it?
I don't know. Because to me, if I had a certain amount of cups, I would put some out for, especially if I knew they were going to clear out quick and people were going to ask for it later. I would put out some in the early part of the day. I know it's going to get sold, and I would put some out. I would say like what, the afternoon, since Starbucks. I don't think all Starbucks close at the same time.
I don't know how to inner workings. I don't even know when Starbucks open. That's what threw me off, because they said they was there at 4 and 2 o'clock in the morning. I thought Starbucks.
Yeah, they were waiting since 4, so I'm guessing that their Starbucks probably opens at 6. Because a lot of them go early for like rush hour and shit for people going to work.
Right. My thing is, I'm looking at like I said, I know people don't like hearing me, but I mean, when you talking about business, bro, you talking about products, you talking about storing, you talking about making a grip of money. What I'm not going to do is end up in the hole with a whole lot of inventory that I have to keep for the next 4 or 5 years just to get rid of on limited sales until I just put it all out in one demand. Because that's what happens to most companies, especially when they do stuff like this. You have a specialty item that you create and that you make so many of them, again, without knowing what the product will sell like, which they see right now what their product is going to sell like. If you can at least get 8 to 10 people waiting in the line and before the Starbucks even open, you guaranteed to at least sell at least 30 to 40 cups a day. Or probably more. But if you don't, and you have all that stuck in inventory and you're only doing it for a limited time, that tells me that you're going to be doing promotional seasonal events to get rid of these cups, because you're going to have so many of them if you didn't sell the quantity that you're withholding.
Or yeah, I think that's one of the reasons why they won't make so many.
And that's what takes most companies under, because they have so much product that they got to get rid of because they didn't put too much into the manufacturer part. Well, I want to get this. If I can get it made, then I can sell them. Well, you got to make sure it's going to sell for that price, right? Because once they go out, like just say right now, they low on product. They push all the motherfuckers out. Everybody starts selling them, but they still got inventory of a lot of products set back. What choices do they have then, Resla?
Well, the way how I'm looking at it, right? If the company gave them a bunch of product, right? So let's just say, well, I'll even go with what the girl said, right? Let's just say the store has to put out 4 a day. Let's just say that, because they have to last the entire promotion. Because if they sell it out too quick, people will come in expecting to see it, and they'll never have inventory. It will be dry. They're not gonna get any more coming to the store, and that could cause a complaint. And so maybe they're told that they have to have a certain amount just to make sure they extend as far as they can to meet the deadline to at least the end of the promotion.
Okay. Like I say that. Now, understanding that, will this make sense to you? I have a certain amount of units that I didn't had made that I'm going to do for a promotion, right? Just saying, don't this make sense to you? And I have this product sitting that I'm going to sell for a limited time. I know how many I have. I'm not making no more. So for a period of 2-3 months, I'm going to sell these cups. If I do the math and say, like, I have this many locations, so I can send this many cups out to each location every day. Or every time they get a pickup from the warehouse. I don't know when that is. I don't know how Starbucks run. I don't know if they banking it or really, because McDonald's hit them niggas like 3 or 4 times a week. They get a truck. maybe every other, maybe day, probably every day. I don't know. What McDonald's and them is a little different. They make that money. But I'm pretty sure Starbucks is in the same realm. So I don't know how many drops they getting off at their store, but that's when you're going to be getting your inventory. So you have this amount of stores, you have this much inventory. If you give this amount of people, if you give this amount of product to that store in this limited time, my warehouse will be empty and all my product will be out to the stores. Don't that make sense?
Yes.
That's my point. And I don't think that's what Starbucks is doing. I think they pushed a product out that they didn't think that was going to sell. And now what they about to do is they about to go into overdrive because of what they see. And they wanted to see the feedback from social media to see if the feedback was going to be like the chicken sandwich or any other product that people put out there that people go crazy over.
Here's the thing. Starbucks puts out a lot of new products. They have more cups than it's so stupid how many different kind of cups they have that they put out. So people buy the cups. I know there are people who try to buy every freaking cup, and I don't get the reason why. But I think it's because that became a thing. Because let's be honest, let's look at the chicken sandwich situation. If there was enough chicken sandwiches, there wouldn't have been a big uproar. It wouldn't have been.
It wasn't that.
Yeah, it wasn't that.
Yeah, but that was different. That's different from what we're talking about. It's kind of in the same realm, but it's different. That's a difference between supply and demand. Because this store right here wasn't expecting to sell out of these goddamn sandwiches. That's up to them to push more product out for that. Because it's a product that sells. So in the simplest form, example, if I was working when I was working as an overnight manager, right? I used to tell them all the time, like if I sold out of my chicken and I had to go to another store and borrow from another store, it was my job to replace that chicken and update the index so they'll know this is what we sold on this amount. And I have to do other little things so we can understand why we sold it. Was it a holiday? Was it an event or somewhere? Because we was close to the fairground, so we know we're going to sell more of our product during certain times when they have events at the fairgrounds, a football game, or they open it up for some type of event or something. I know we have to up our chicken, so I can literally, if I document this stuff yearly, I can literally go back and be like, okay, around this time last year, I can compare. Well, around about this time last year, around this time when they had their little festivity or whatever, they had to stay fair or whatever else, I sold this amount of chicken, but I had to go and get this amount of chicken because we sold the fuck out. So I think I might need to get somewhere around this range so that way we don't sell out or we'll have a sufficient product to sell. Like it's certain stuff that I understand that I know these people because they make money hand over foot. I understand that they understand that. So to this part, I'm thinking what they're going to continue to do is to continue to send 3 of these motherfuckers out a day. 4 of them out a day. That would be my best motto because that way it will always sell. Once you push too much of that product out at one time, it's not going to sell. It's going to sell to a point, then it's going to die off. But just think about it. If they got a limited time and they don't sell and they only send a certain amount of cups out to these folks, it's going to be a certain amount of people that's going to get them. So that's going to become an item worth wanting to get. That's worth wanting to get. So some people that saved it and go to eBay is going to kill. But the other people are going to still be the people that's going over there to try to get that cup every goddamn day until they get that cup that they want. What's good with you, LA? What's good with your Lord Lady? Yes, mama.
And it's like I said with the young girl that was already there. People are not. She said exactly what I said. Well, shit, there's no cups. Well, I gotta buy something because I don't want to feel like I came in for nothing.
Exactly. But she's still gonna come back and get that cup. Don't get it twisted.
There is.
Because that was the whole purpose. She's taking something. She's taking to buy something like Resla said right now because she's been sitting in line and fucking she's there already. But she coming back for the cup.
She gonna try.
There you go. She gonna try.
Like she gonna try. I'm just like, damn. Because the thing about it,
because if you really think,
not going to be taking just one cup. Just keep it a buck.
unless somebody find a finesse in it, which is the nigga shit, like taking it to eBay and selling it and shit. That's what we call running game on folks, people. Or running or what they call a hustle. That's what it is. But you know what I'm saying? Basically, that's what you would be doing. So if you know that a Starbucks holds what, let's say 14 employees, but only 8 of those employees really wanted the cups. The other ones don't give a fuck about the cups. So that means after your 8 cups come in the store, people have opportunity to come and buy those cups. Unless these people go and do exactly what we just got through saying, hustle their way out of the game and nigga come up on something. Because if I was them, I'd buy shit. Every time I see a cup, I go ahead and buy one. Every time they come in, buy one. Wait till the promotion is over with, and then throw the motherfuckers on eBay for a high price.
Yep, exactly what I would do.
Quadruple, fuck $30. Then you gonna pay me $230. You know what I'm saying? $260 for a cup, nigga. Yeah, and I got 6 of them, nigga. So each one of these motherfuckers go. Yeah, you know that's how you do that. Because people still going to buy, especially if they know it's not coming back or they couldn't get it. That's what kind of it's almost what 230 something percent. It's a lot of goddamn money, bro. Just saying, just for 3 or 4 cups that you can literally get because you're the first one that's going to see them. So to go back with what you were saying at first, before I went into my little spiel, no, I don't have no problem with that, bro, because eventually all the employees is going to eventually have their own cup inside their store. Then you eventually get the ones that you want. But I ain't never thought of a Starbucks as a first come, first serve type place. And technically, they would be first because they work there. Just saying.
All right, fair enough.
Is getting fired over this. Honestly, I could see it because it's caused such a commotion online and people were so obsessed with these cups. And you know these companies like to lay people off around the holidays. What's wrong with y'all? I keep telling you what happens. Christmas is around the corner. Hello, are you not paying attention? Not only are the Starbucks employees not beating the allegations, neither is the public consumer, because look at y'all. This is the POV of the Starbucks teddy bear cup. And people are literally, look at them, fighting in Starbucks over the teddy bear cup. This has gotten out of hand, y'all. You see this man right here, or whoever that is, they over there snatching some stuff. And you might be thinking this is an isolated event, but no. There are so many videos of people getting into interactions and altercations because of these cups.
I would get out. So. Yeah, no, that's...
She cussed me out in the Starbucks.
That is so trashy.
So y'all are cussing people out and threatening people inside of Starbucks on Candy Cam, by the way, for the viral cup. This video says, to the lady that got 2 of the teddy bear cups, I hope it breaks ASAP. Y'all even want smoke with the people who got the cups just because you didn't get the cups. Oh my. Some of y'all are having beef with people before you even get in Starbucks to fight over the teddy bear cups in the first place.
So all of you guys work here?
No.
Okay guys, so me and my mom came to Starbucks at around 11:45 for the viral bear cup or whatever my mom's been wanting. There's a girl
11:45.
She's apparently one of the employees, and I asked her if it's just her in front, and she tells me that she has another person with her, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. So me and my mom line up. While me and my mom are talking, I asked the girl, the one that was here before when we got here,
right,
if there was any other people with her, and she said no, it was just her and her friend.
Right.
Her friend comes and sits down, and we're talking with them, and we're asking them like if there's a limit, or because they both work here, or if they're gonna be able to just buy whatever they want. My mom just wants 1 bear cup. That's all we came for.
So do everybody else, girl. Join the club. Starbucks sounds like they gave about 4 to 6 cups per store.
Yeah,
and there's probably about 30 of y'all lined up outside trying to get a cup at 4 in the morning.
So while we're waiting, 6 more employees from this Starbucks show up. So my mom asked the girls that showed up if they were behind us, because we had asked the first 2 girls if we were 3rd and 4th in line, and they said yes.
Right.
All of a sudden, one of the girls that's in the group that just showed up tells my mom that it's none of her business, that they're all doing one big transaction and to stay out of it. So I get upset, And I tell the girl not to talk to my mom like that, that we're just asking questions. The girl begins to argue with my mom, saying that she shouldn't be asking any questions because it's none of her business. And she keeps going off on my mom. So I start getting angry, and my mom gets in front of the line, and we asked one of the employees that was still restocking the store what the rules were, and she said there were no rules. So they tell us that there's no rules, and that's it. So my mom is trying to like figure out what's going on, and the girl keeps disrespecting her, and I tell her to quit disrespecting my mom, that she's being weird for that. And then the other girl that was with her that had suddenly joined the group tells her that it is none of our business, that we have no business asking them any questions. Mind you, they all work there and they're all friends.
Allegedly.
So I start getting upset because they're being rude to my mom. So my mom gets in front of them, and I tell my mom, let's just go. It's not worth it. Like, it's just a cup. But my mom doesn't want to leave. So I don't know what to do. We're still here. We're still in line.
You know, the part that's also getting me is the fact that she said her mom wants this cup. I'm going to assume her mom probably got about 20 years on her. This is interesting. Even the older folks is out there lined up to get this teddy bear. It just speaks a lot to what is going on with Starbucks. And every time they do these limited edition things, and a lot of these companies drop these limited edition stuff, Hello Kitty also. Starbucks has Hello Kitty stuff that people are going nuts for. That's another story for another day. But y'all come in all different ages.
I got upset, so I came to the car, and yeah, I don't know if I should report them or like what I should do. And while I'm trying to convince my mom to come with me to another Starbucks, the girl that was disrespecting my mom starts mumbling stuff under her breath, disrespecting my mom even more. So I tell her to tell me to my face, and she says, I was telling you to your face. And she was just looking down at the floor. Mind you, they all work here. They're all Starbucks employees. And I just think the whole thing was disrespectful, especially to my mom. We got here at 11:45 p.m. We've been out here in the cold, and I don't know what to do.
Girl, they did not care that was your mom. And I hate that people allegedly were being disrespectful. But here's the thing. When people are obsessed, and they're feeling that FOMO, they don't care about nobody's feelings, nobody's safety. And that's why I'd be a little concerned for a lot of y'all, because you're thinking you're going to go out there at 4 a.m. and some people are about to play.
What you think about that statement she just got through saying? Do you agree with her, or do you disagree with her about people when they get to the point where they really want something, they don't care about nothing else but that?
Oh, that's absolutely truth. That's the truth. But that's I'm also looking at these coworkers, right? Because like I'm looking at these coworkers like they're not on the clock. Like they're regular people at this point. They don't have to answer no questions. They didn't have to. They could have just asked, "Hey, you guys working?" Niggas like, "Nope, we don't work here." Unlike the other ones who like just showed up all in their pajamas and tried to open the door to get in, which nothing kind of feels like first come first serve. Like they just put themselves to the front of the line. But I do want to say that these people shouldn't be sitting here and just like asking them a whole bunch of shit. Hey, if you really want to ensure, like the first young lady, if you really want to ensure that you're gonna have this cup, you should have went to the front of the line. You should have went to the front of the line. You should have been there earlier. I don't know why they out there since 11 something going into the next goddamn day. Because they also should have said something to them about the coworkers, right? These coworkers are also out there with you at 11:45 p.m., which means that even they have to wait. What you want? What you want from them?
But see, this is that type of shit right here, bro. I call feel and mildew. Right, because coming up and living a life I didn't live when certain shit like this happened, bro, money overcoats everything. So what I don't see is all of these people, they want to cry about stuff, but most of this stuff, money solves most of these problems. If you go in there with a fat knot, you come in there with a nice onion on the motherfuckers, and you go ahead and make the deal before the deal is even made. Or you find the person who bought the cup. I give you an extra 100 for it. You want that damn cup that bad it costs. Nigga, put a little extra money in their pocket. They might take your money, give you the cup, and then just wait till another one come in and buy them a cup and have extra money in their pocket. What you think about it, Stackbot? What you think about this whole thing?
I ain't even hear it yet. I wait for y'all to tell me what's going on.
Okay. Well, they fighting over a teddy bear in Starbucks. A teddy bear.
God bless them.
That's a
God bless them.
They losing their shit over a teddy bear cup.
And I was asking Resla because the black chick was just saying about how people, when they really want something like that, or they you know what I'm saying, I don't know how the word she said it. She said FOMOs. What you say?
She said FOMO.
Okay. And she just, you know, she basically saying they only look at it one way and they don't care about nothing else but whatever they like. The people with the chicken sandwich, the people who do, you know what I'm saying, us when the game systems came out, people who go get the Jordan shoes and sit outside, these type, you know what I'm saying? They only focused on one thing to get what they want. And they don't care about nothing else.
That's true. Yeah, I don't think she's wrong about that one. But that's people in general, right? I think.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, people only focus on their feelings. They don't give a damn about anybody else.
I mean,
people are good pretenders.
I mean, you can camp out there for shoes. You can camp out there for a console. Because if they really want it, what's the first thing they do? Even when you buy it, yo, I'll pay you so and so much extra for it.
That's a fact.
Right when you walk out the door. I know people that turn around and when they buy their shit, they hop right into a car. They don't even leave the store until they know the Uber's already come there. Then they hop right into the goddamn Uber because they don't want to get followed. How do you feel about the employees pretty much ganging up on the mother?
I want to see this.
Like after they made themselves known. See, this is just a bunch of group of girls, and they just kind of all got nasty and antsy, whatever. But after they had already made themselves known that they are actual employees, do you think they should have been going off like that?
No. No. Not that part. But like I said, I don't have a problem with them niggas getting the shit first because they do work there.
I want to see what this cup look like. What is,
bro? I put it.
Cup?
Give me a second, Resla. Just leave this. I
see. No, I see it in the back.
No. Okay, if you want to grab what you can, I didn't want to mess you up.
No.
I'm putting it in the back right now. I'm telling you right now, they selling their shit for 30. Fuck it. I guarantee you, nigga. Give me fuck it. We'll make ours 60. We'll make ours 60.
Are you fucking playing with me right now?
And if Boss Lady was up and popping right now, I tell you right now, she had that
beanie. That's supposed to be a beanie on top of the cup.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Boy, I love to give me an OG DoDirty cup. If Boss Lady shit was up and running right now, I'm telling y'all, I piss them Starbucks people off. I give me an OG DoDirty cup made by Kai's Custom Design that'll blow that out the water. And she'll probably put me all gold leaf on my shit, nigga, with the, you know what I'm saying, be like a real Winnie the Pooh, but be thug. You know what I'm saying? I would have, man, y'all don't understand. You can go buy these people. And just like I was saying earlier, which I knew I wasn't too much far off, you think they sell these motherfuckers on Amazon, the cheapest one you can get is $14. The highest one you're going to see is going to be $39, $59. Come on now, people. They running game on you.
There's a refill. So I'm, you know what? Never mind. Let me get pissed off even more.
It's a glass refillable. It's what it is, right, Resla? A refillable glass teddy bear.
Is it unlimited refills though?
No,
you get free refills.
No, hell no. You know they ain't doing no shit like that. Come on now.
So you spend $30 on a $2 cup, and you got to continue to pay for that bullshit ass drink in there. Okay.
Now if that was that's it. Now see, Resla, I didn't even think about that. Now if I asked y'all that question, just as where that business mind shit be coming in, I was talking about earlier. If you came out with a limited cup that only can be, because you know people gonna try to, you know, make they fake ones and shit. But what if you said unlimited refills for that goddamn cup, but you charge the motherfucker $500 or something like that for that goddamn cup?
I mean, shit.
Where would you have to set that price at for that cup to literally come inside your establishment?
I couldn't tell you.
It's only 20 ounces though. Remember that.
I couldn't tell you though, because even if you said $500, right? I remember when I used to get a bunch of Starbucks, I could easily burn through $100 on Starbucks in a week.
So you have to make that cup higher than that for them to
Yeah, you would. To be able to recoup those losses, yeah. Even if it's just limited people who have it, still, probably. Hey, I don't feel like going to Starbucks. Well, can I borrow your cup so I can go get something? How you gonna prove they're not the ones who didn't buy it? Now they're getting free refills.
Well, you can limit it. So this is the thing. So amusement parks do this. They have like color coded cups where you can have an orange one, and that's for a certain season. So then you can get like a blue or a green one, another one, and that'll be for the whole year. And then you have a lifetime one that'll be X amount of money. So they make it work because they know not everybody's going to get it, but they know that it'll be like a certain amount of guaranteed income that they'll get every month or every day. So that's why they do it. But Starbucks don't need that shit. They, like Resla say, $100 in fucking coffee a week. Resla, think about that shit growing up. Would you have ever thought that? That is wild, man.
It's like I literally had to look at my expenses one time. I said, "Where the fuck did the money go?" And I just kept seeing Starbucks. I said, "Oh shit."
That's wild, cuz.
Especially if you get Starbucks more than like the Starbucks team knew me. Like they knew they knew what days I was working. Like they figured it out. They knew what days I was working. They knew already what I was gonna order. So that means if it was a long line, I would order my shit in the train station. By the time I got out the train station, they already had all my shit to the side. Yes, you do mobiles or orders and whatever, but they already they would stand there waiting for me. Like there would be a line. If I just walked in the door, they would grab my shit off the table and walk to the door where I was standing at and give it to me. They knew me by face.
You know what's so cold about that? People have the K cups of Starbucks and still go to Starbucks.
That's a fact.
They had they got the K cups and they still go to Starbucks. It's wild, man. It's all about perception, because if you can bottle perception in there, it's something, you always got a lifetime supply. It's Starbucks is not even like a niche anymore. It's literally a way of life. Like people build it in their way of life, and that's what they were good at marketing. Whoever did marketing for Starbucks was fucking genius.
I don't think
basically what I've been saying.
Starbucks. I think the idea of coffee has been marketing. Because even when it wasn't Starbucks, it was Dunkin'. If it wasn't Dunkin', it was some other place. They've always done it.
But think about this, Resla. So if we think about Dunkin', right? Think about 7-Eleven, think about Dunkin', and think about Starbucks. There's levels to it. So people want the Starbucks because that's the quote unquote rich people coffee.
The same thing I said earlier.
It's a rich people coffee. Like they shit on 7-Eleven. And this is the crazy part. We don't know if the same fucking beans or not. They all coming out the same squirrel ass. Nobody really know. But it's just a perception that Starbucks is the coffee for rich people. So you got that cup in your hand. It's recognition. That's why I say it's a way of life now. Like they genius, man. They're geniuses for that. And now they got this stupid ass teddy bear with a beanie in it. Y'all pissing me off with this shit. Starbucks, holla at me. Get on stackbot.com.
With 200.
That's a whole fact. Got me fucked up. I'm with it.
I told that nigga Resla the same thing, nigga. I'm a wait, nigga, till they say the promotion is over with, nigga, and whatever. I hope it has Starbucks on it, nigga, because I'm telling you, nigga, I'm gonna sell the shit out.
But I would say the idea of traveling with coffee is the market thing, because Starbucks done it, Dunkin's done it, McDonald's is known for it. People still to this day swear by McDonald's coffee.
That's a fact.
So every time I see somebody come in, I'm always looking at what brand they're drinking.
See, Resla? Why? See why?
Because I know there's marketing behind it. So I'm like, how many people are gonna walk in with Starbucks? How many people are gonna walk in with Dunkin'? How many people are gonna walk in with McDonald's? But the idea of purchasing coffee, that's become the way of life. The personal choice now. Why did you choose that? Is it because it was closer? Is it because you know the team? Is it because you just really like the taste? That's what I'm trying to get into, that psychology of it.
That'd be it, because I'm telling you, the way I looked at it, just by and I ain't never did extensively research on it, but just been knowing the people that I see go to 7-Eleven, go to OnCube, go to McDonald's, go to Burger King, you know, these are places that's, you know what I'm saying, and Starbucks, they known for their coffee, right? So, and I seen this my whole life. Like every time, it depends on who I was working with, what uncle I was working with, what cousins I was with. If it was a female cousin, she had to go to Starbucks. You know what I'm saying? If it was one of my uncles, nigga, they was Burger King or McDonald's, or they go to the little, or my uncle, like my Uncle Dirty, he used to go to the little corner store, but they used to, it seemed like that dude, he already had the routine down. He said the first thing he do when he come in is start the coffee. He don't do nothing else but start the coffee, because he know my uncle gonna show up every morning to get that coffee. He like, it's him and some more people, the old dudes, they like to sit outside. And they sit in their nice little cars and they just sit there. They've been doing this for years. So he like, he know to have that coffee. I'm like, that's crazy. But it just is what it is. But you can see the levels of people. I think people who go to Starbucks got a little bit more in their pocket, because Starbucks ain't cheap. I'm telling you.
Not at all,
Neither is Dunkin'. Neither is
not
Dunkin'.
now. Not now.
It is
Yo,
not.
Rez, they creeped them prices up real easy,
They sure
didn't they?
did.
Real
They sure
easy.
fucking did.
They was slick with it too. And don't use the app. You thinking you saving money? You fucking around.
Oh no, they charge you more.
You get a little raggedy ass free coffee.
But to get
they
your ass
got
in there
them-
early and stand
Well,
on
they
that
got them
line.
espressos and shit. Y'all be drinking that shit, them espressos and all that modified coffee, that, you know, with the cream on top with the flour and shit. Y'all be drinking that shit.
I've had them, but no, I don't really go out of my way for that.
I know a lot of people that be fucking with that and like that shit.
Because I'm a person that drinks coffee on the go. I'm not sitting down and looking at that shit. So if I ask for something and you give me that little the leaf design, guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna put a lid right on that bitch. I'm never gonna see it.
They probably
be on the
charge you
go.
extra for that design, don't they? They got time for that shit.
It probably would. And I'm like, don't waste my time.
See, it's all about perception, man. Like, it's crazy how shit works.
I don't know when's the last time I sat down in a coffee shop to drink coffee. I don't know when's the last time I did it. Well, that's probably the last time nope, wasn't even a coffee date. I can't even say the last time I actually sat down in a coffee shop and drank my fucking coffee. I'm always moving.
Well, they said Starbucks is a spot where people like to sit. Like I said, I don't visit Starbucks, people. Usually when I'm with somebody, we was doing a job. So, you know, we was like either, you know what I'm saying, getting to the place. So I'm like, hey, they're going to get stopped through there, grab it through the drive-through, then we going about a business. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. It never was we sitting in there and, you know what I'm saying? But they say people like to sit in there. I don't get it.
The people who sit in Starbucks, to be honest with you, it's the people who are probably they meet somebody, like two people who are normally used to run into each other, so they sit for a little while and talk. But most people who go there are people that, like, I guess they can't think, they can't function unless there's people around. So those of you that use the Wi-Fi and they're on their laptops and shit, outside of that, most people are not sitting around no damn Starbucks. They get their shit and they go.
Give me a second real quick, y'all. Who it is back there in the back?
Who that nigga up on that nag?
I don't know. Tom, Resla, you know who that is?
Can't say.
All right, give me a second, bro. They gonna hit me with the pilot. Where is it at? Let's see. We do this. Hey, that work. Let me get you up here. What's cracking? Second time on the panel. What's cracking with your brother?
Don't hear anything.
Yeah, we don't hear nothing. Something was coming through, but it ain't saying nothing.
I don't even get that. I don't see the indicator for his mic moving.
All right, bro. You might have to drop down and come back, brother. All right, we'll put him back down. He waved in the back. I just couldn't. I ain't know who he was. So you're gonna have to drop down and come back, bro. Your microphone not working. Just drop down and come back up, and then we'll you know what I'm saying? We'll check you out. We'll bring you on up. Or say something in the chat and let us know who you is or something. You know what I'm saying? We don't name or something. But yeah, go ahead, Russell.
Play fair with you. They're not. They're going to cut in line. They're going to sneak people in. The employees are going to get first dibs if they want it. It's limited edition. It's something inside of a lot of us wants to say, hey, people would be fair. You would treat someone how you want to be treated, right? We understand you want the teddy bear cup, but there is a group of people out there that don't care about none of that. They want it, and they will step on you and your family to get it. Sometimes in life, you got to be the bigger person and just know when to walk away. There is no need to be fighting over no cup. I don't care. It's a cup. Because the going back and forth with somebody about a cup, by the way, and they've already showed you that they are willing to play dirty, what do you think might happen next? What do you think could escalate from that situation? It's probably not going to end well. To like say it to my face. I'm not about to say, we not finna do all of that back and forth when you already done cut me a line. You've been talking about my mom, blah, blah, blah. At that point, the only way it's about to go is y'all finna scuffle. I'm just being honest. You about to scuffle because you're probably about to leave empty-handed. Some of y'all are ready to crash out over a Starbucks cup. Or just off the principle you feel disrespected or that your mom was disrespected and you ain't going for it. Now, I understand the frustration or feeling upset. However, nobody that got something to lose would be wilding over a $30 Starbucks cup. Y'all, it is an item. You got to wake up and do life tomorrow. Be wise.
Yeah, guys, we're still here at the store. I don't know what to do. We're just waiting.
Go home, bitch.
To the car
That's
because
the
I'm
fact.
still upset.
Girl, you should have left.
That's a fact. There you go.
Didn't
Go
you
the
say
fuck
you was going
home.
to another Starbucks? It was time to
Oh my
about face
God,
a minute
God.
ago.
And I don't know. Apparently the store manager is going to be here tomorrow morning, so I don't know if they're going to do anything.
That's not going to help you.
Extremely disrespectful.
It's the
of them
bitch
to
that
be
voted in
talking to my mom
socialism.
like that.
I don't think that's right if that's what happened. Now, I'll also say this.
You kidding
The
me?
Starbucks employees,
Yeah,
look,
yeah.
I didn't even know y'all was going to
You
catch
see
another
him?
stray in this
You see him?
reaction video.
Pause that real quick. Please don't tell me I just saw what the fuck I thought I saw.
Yeah, so they out there camping, sir.
Camp
No,
out
you
there.
playing with me. You playing with me right now.
Sir, they said they were out there since 11:45 p.m. The store don't open until 6 in the morning.
No, sir.
Look, so it first started. The times went back. LA. We first heard what it was 4 o'clock, and then somebody said 2 o'clock, and then now it's nigga. They basically got there when that motherfucker closed. Nigga, they gonna wait for the next day. Nigga, fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God,
4 cup, sir. This is serious.
Oh my God, cuz say it ain't so.
No, it's so.
Yep.
It ain't so.
And the daughter doesn't even want the damn cup for herself. She wants it for her mom.
Yeah. That's crazy. But she let shit out of her mama, don't she?
Yeah, she sure does.
Right. Well, she raised her right, boy. Yeah, boy, 10 hours for your ass. Nigga. Hey, who would y'all stand 10 hours outside for your mama?
No.
Okay.
I thought I was gonna be the only
No,
person ever to say that, nigga. Nah, I ain't gonna be able to do it.
First of all, I'll be mama want a $30 cup. Me and her gonna have a long talk. You better go. You better go get one of them old. Yeah, you better go get one of them old pickle jars. Put the top of that bitch in the straw in it. Here you go, mama. Same thing. I color the top for you.
That's probably why her mama sent her out there.
I'm like, no. The mother was there out there with her.
Oh, she was?
Her mother was the one that wanted the cup, not even her.
Yeah. But I say she loved the shit out of her mom. I ain't gonna be able to do it.
Honestly, if I see all this bullshit happening, I'm walking in there when I know the store's open. Ain't no cups in there. And I'm like, yo, who working here tomorrow? You working tomorrow? You working tomorrow? I need a cup. I know it's $30. If I really like if this is like a real big thing or whatever, not that I see it is, I'm gonna pay a little extra money. I'm like, yo, this is what you gonna get. And I just get the cup and I walk out. I'm not finna to be on this line. I'm not finna be dealing with the other people. I'm like, I got mine.
But you know what this is like? Do you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of Black Fridays. I think people do this for the thrill of it. It's not even for the cup. It's just for the thrill of the shit that goes on in this. Like the Beanie Baby crave and the Cabbage Patch crave. People would go to freaking Toys R Us at 1 o'clock in the morning to get the, when the Cabbage Patch is first open. I think people just want to do it just for the excitement of all that shit.
They say they did it. It's a part of the journey.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. It's not about the cup. It's about what they did.
It's the experience.
Nigga sitting outside freezing ass damn nigga for a product. Nigga
fucking cup, cuz ain't my life. You got to,
and like Resla said, then you got to deal with the group of motherfuckers. And that bitch glass. What if somebody plop that bitch up at your hand and help fall to the ground and break?
Yep.
We about to, you know what I'm saying? Somebody about to go. See, now you didn't started something. You know what I'm saying? Just like you said, bro. So nigga, nah, bro. And
what you gonna say? You can't even go back to say, well, somebody dropped my cup. So you're gonna have to wait to buy a new cup.
All right, we got him back. Hey, what's cracking with you? Second time on the panel.
Hey, I think that's better. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Okay, we know you was here last time, right?
Yeah, I came a couple weeks ago, whatever it was. Yeah.
All right, cool. Okay, we can put you down now. Hopefully you don't do nothing crazy. All right, so let's go.
The store manager is going to be here tomorrow morning, so I don't know if they're going to do anything because it was extremely disrespectful of them to be talking to my mom like that.
I don't think that's right if that's what happened. Now, I'll also say this. The Starbucks employees, look, I didn't even know y'all was going to catch another stray in this reaction video, but y'all are not beating the allegations. The first comment says, I'm so glad I'm too broke to care about a cup. And I know a lot of people are like, me too. POV, you're watching adults crash out over teddy bears, and that's how I'm feeling. Some of y'all are ready to tussle and scruffle. And if you wanted to fight, instead of being in Starbucks, you should have joined the military. Y'all know y'all set it up for that one. You know I just had to. Somebody here said, wait, hold up. I thought we were boycotting Starbucks. From the looks of it, I guess not. And this comment right here is so funny. It says, there are people dying, Kim.
We were first in line at Starbucks and the employees literally snatched the bear cup in front of our eyes. We didn't even sleep. I was going to say we woke up, but we didn't sleep. We literally went
Look at this mom and daughter duo. They just there for the experience, bro.
And we, like, nobody was there first in line. Like, not even a single bar.
Footage of all of the
literally.
Girl, we don't even need to see the video footage because at this point, the Starbucks employees, y'all on the back, y'all looking bad out here. And are y'all allowed to do this? Is corporate about to be called by all these folks? Because I know people are upset. People are in the comments talking about turning off y'all TV. And if you get what I mean, you get what I mean. Cutting off your cable for good over a Starbucks cup.
I'm on the hunt for the Starbucks Bear Cup and the Hello Kitty stuffed animal this morning in downtown Chicago. Officially on a Starbucks call because I've been to 2 Starbucks. Actually, 3 Starbucks onto my 4th, and I have not seen them. We're going to go to the intercon.
She said she's on her 4th Starbucks.
You hear me? She's gonna beat somebody ass and fuck with her cup, nigga. You hear me?
Ready
4 times, nigga.
And this level of obsessed really needs to be studied. Y'all got the Starbucks employees out here like this. Them saying they're there. Me at 4:30 a.m. watching people fight over a glass bear cup. What is going on? And even they playing with y'all too. Y'all are calling them up on the phone to see about the Starbucks cups because this is life or death to y'all. And this is what they're telling you.
For merchandise, say line. If you're calling about the glass teddy bear, we are sold out. If you're calling about the Hello Kitty plush bear, we are sold out.
Do I think it's unprofessional? Yes. And also no, because she is answering the question. But they can't take y'all serious. Y'all are doing a lot. Y'all are making videos saying stuff like this. Me, because I woke up at 3:30 a.m. and didn't get the viral Starbucks teddy bear cup. Y'all are over here putting a teddy bear on a plastic cup. And you're like, man, what could have been? We could have been something. But you know what? I'm going to put y'all up on some game because I see something here in the comment section. This comment right here says they have them on Amazon. Now, it's not the Starbucks one. However, if you actually just like the idea of a teddy bear being glass,
you know they're only going to want it to be official. They don't want no markups. You know this already.
That's a fact. It's like the Stanley cups. Remember the Stanley mugs that everybody was getting? They only wanted the Stanley ones.
We don't care. Listen, people don't care if the design look like a good, fresh pair of Jordans. If it ain't got the logos and everything on it, people not rocking with that.
The only thing people want secondhand. The only thing people want secondhand is crack. They don't give a damn where it comes from. It's crack. They don't care where that comes from.
They don't turn their nose up to that crack cut. They just go take that.
That's the whole.
They be looking at it like, you won't give me that second hand. I don't want that shit. No, never mind. Give it here.
I seen somebody knock some crack into some carpet. Nigga, boy, these niggas, boy, they went through that carpet to get that crack.
That crack, baby. That shit is crazy, man.
The niggas are smoking drywall, dirt, everything.
Drywall.
Niggas say you can't tell the difference, nigga. Bro, if you in a toe up abandoned house, bro, I ain't trying to, I can't give y'all this. But you know what I'm saying? When motherfucking crackheads when they hit that carpet, dog, and it's already white, like, because motherfuckers and got into fights and shit, and you know what I'm saying. And, you know, it's an overlay thing, bro. You got to know how to do that shit. But I didn't see it, bro. Like motherfuckers literally, bro. I mean, sit there and scrape everything out the carpet, nigga, just to smoke it, bro. And don't even know if they smoke because they dropped their rock. They couldn't tell which one was which. They just smoke it all. God damn it. That's how desperate they get.
I will give OG this one. He said American is nigga. And this is funny how this shit worked. So remember when that chicken sandwich shit was going on for Popeyes, all the niggas were fighting over that. The whole world was going crazy. But they got this nonsense going on. Now, I'm trying to tell you, I see nothing but white folk up there.
Nothing but white.
Nothing but white folk. Yeah, exactly. It was a black
goddamn fool.
It was a black chicken that crying over.
You always gotta have one. You gotta have one. But let's say the majority of it is white folks. But they ain't got white fatigue over this dumb shit. That's what it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
You know why? Because this comes in as an ebb and flow. It happens and then it goes away. And it happens and it goes away. They just keep shit going forever. This is promotional.
Oh, Starbucks genius for this.
Oh yeah,
they gonna make sure they push this all out there.
And they do. I think they doing it on purpose too. Them niggas ain't dumb.
Listen, anytime you put something limited, you're doing it on purpose. The fact that I'm surprised because all I see is nothing. Like we hear about the shadiness that's happening with Starbucks employees, but we only see the customers crashing out on each other. I ain't seen nobody really crash out on the coworkers. Oh, they be rude. They snatched shit out. Oh, they were here. Oh, they came in early, skipped the line, and got a whole bunch of shit. Opened up the store themselves in their pajamas and took all the cups. I ain't hearing nothing. Nah, nobody said I had to put my hands on a Starbucks employee. Are they playing? I ain't hear it yet.
Can somebody tell me where the idea of this bear came from? Because it's not even like a Starbucks thing. It's just a teddy bear. It ain't Valentine's Day.
Sir, it's the holiday time. Coldness.
I get it.
Bear.
Really? A bear with a green cap?
A polar bear.
I'm pissed off. I didn't think of it.
So
and this is like a warm up. This is a warm up. This is a warm up to Black Friday. The warm up.
We could have bought cups off of Amazon. Bought these same cups, nigga, for $14. Put our little logo on it and sold them bitches for 30 or 40, and made a little markup. That's it.
I mean, not for nothing. Yeah, I mean, you could have got that same little cheap one that was just seen on Amazon. It's not hard to get the Starbucks font. You could have just slap that shit up on it.
Man, they make honey that come in that shape. See-through honey bears. Pull that out there. Sell that. Look just like that.
What is the difference? Now, if you are just saying, no, I wanted the limited edition one because Starbucks, it's the Starbucks one. That's the one you need. Y'all are obsessed. I might even say, you're under spells. And you know what? I might not be the only one that thinks that.
Can anyone address the literal psychosis that Starbucks people are going into over this teddy bear cup?
I'm trying.
I'm confused. I've had 20 videos on my For You page today where people are like, yeah, I just woke up at 3 a.m. to go get the Starbucks teddy bear cup. Bring that back. You woke up at 3 a.m., the devil's hour, the witching hour, to go get into an invisible line to get the teddy bear cup from... Okay, let me look up what this teddy bear cup is. Okay, cool. I've seen that at TJ Maxx every single year. See people in the comments being like, yeah, I had to buy 3 to 4 today. Okay, wait. You bought 3 to 4 cups. A cup is $30. Quick math. 4 times 30, 4 times 30, 120. 120, 120, 120. You just spent $120 on a
I want to see that big titty.
You could have gotten at TJ Maxx for probably $12. Okay, wait. Right now, can I please see your credit score?
It's not no ass. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Else. It's the fact that it's a limited edition at Starbucks specifically, and it's a cute teddy bear. Starbucks knew exactly what they was doing. They knew who the demographic was. And they knew y'all was going to be outside in them lines at 4 a.m. in the morning. They did this right
They know women slow.
You can tell your
That's why they
boyfriend
say women children.
line up in the cold like that dude was earlier in the video and show how much you love your wife or your girlfriend. Also, they know a lot of y'all can't miss out on any sort of trend. I keep telling y'all this stuff is cyclical. Every holiday, whenever it starts to get quiet out in the streets, a new trend will pop up. I just must wait because Starbucks or one of these other companies will take the opportunity to say, hey, y'all ain't spending no money. Well, here's a little carrot to dangle in front of you, something to get you a little excited, get you out the house. Maybe 2 or 3 in the morning, but who's who's counting? That might actually be an hour's worth of your work, but it's just $30. And while you're at it, get 4, because even though you can only drink out 1 cup at a time, you might have guests. Don't you want to show to TikTok and all your followers that you have the limited edition, one and only Starbucks teddy bear cup?
And the baristas are acting like these people are threatening them for their lives, because I keep seeing baristas being like, yeah, they did a scarcity effect. They only sent the stores like 3 to 4 of them. Now these customers are saying they're going to collect.
Sir, it's the people that make your coffee, sir. They're called baristas. It's an actual profession.
Are you fucking playing with me?
Coffee maker?
No, wait. Listen, so I hate that I'm gonna say this. I actually, because of the place that I worked at one time, they had me in assess.
Bro, that's basic.
They had me assess a Starbucks, but anyone who makes coffee, who has to build it from scratch, grind it all down, blah blah blah, they're called baristas. And unfortunately, here's the sad part about it: you can't just walk in. Like, they want you to have actual like training. Oh, how many years you been a barista? Oh, how fast can you make coffee? Like, they actually have time shit like that. It's crazy.
Stay tuned for Stack Bot Coffee, y'all. I just decided. Resla just convinced me.
Nigga, he gonna have to hire him some baristas, nigga.
That's a whole fact.
I've literally stood there. I've stood there with a clipboard with an assessment. Looked at a manager who then hit a spot. Did a like little challenge for the team. Did a stopwatch, and they ran through their drink. They had to make 4 different drinks in a certain amount of time. And I'm looking at them like, why is this important? Because apparently they have
to be clean too.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Really tidy.
But nigga JP said he getting training to be a bartender. A bartender.
Well, here's the funny part.
Bartender.
It's no different though. They treat baristas like bartenders. Can you remember all of the signature drinks, or everything that has to happen? How fast can you make it? How many can you pump up? They same things, just like a bartender. The only difference is that you don't need a license.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. This is why I stay in the house.
And not for nothing, this is why so many baristas want to work for Starbucks. Not because they want to be a barista, but because Starbucks pays good enough and the insurance is good. That's one of the only reasons. It pays more than most places, and they have good insurance.
Well, this is why the United States is so great, but also why it's so fucked up.
I be hearing people say, "Oh, yeah," because I hear people say, "Oh, Starbucks doesn't pay enough." But every time I take a look, I'm like, no, they pay you pretty damn decent.
You know how many other countries you can go to, and the motherfuckers say a barista, like you. If you in the Dominican Republic, you make coffee, you're poor. You ain't got no insurance, you ain't got nothing. But in the United States, they call you a barista, and you make good money with health benefits.
I mean, you can
literally go to Western world, all over Europe.
Yeah, you could literally go to a jobs board and type in barista. It is an actual profession.
That's crazy.
Never thought about it, but it's true. First time I looked at it, I said, wait, what?
So you can tell I don't go inside these places. I ain't never got coffee from a barista. Never would know what it was.
First of all, I'm mad at Resla said he spent $100 a week on coffee. I'm appalled.
I did.
That's easy. People do that easy.
Yeah, they do that. I mean, these are people. I did that. I just did that like one time, like one day a week. There are people who go to multiple times. They go for morning and then they go back for lunch.
Well, these niggas rich.
You know what it is? They're usually the people that work in like in white collar jobs. They're not really rich, but they're just like at the hustle and stuff. Like if you go to New York City,
you're right. Us white collar
drink, nigga, stop, nigga. You gotta stop that. You gotta heavy, bro. If you doing that, if you showing me this is what you feel like you have to have every day, and you go and get that shit, I could just imagine with the other stuff that you do with your money.
OG, no, there are a lot of people that prioritize their coffee over the other stuff they do in their lives. If you're a secretary and you work in a white collar job and it's your lunchtime or you going to breakfast and you walking, you taking a cab, you're stopping off at a Starbucks. You're not going to Dunkin' Donuts.
And Starbucks are everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
Take your ass right there, got that to there, make McDonald's, nigga, go buy Quick Trip, nigga, get you that $1.50, that dollar coffee, nigga, go about your business.
That coffee been simmering there for
Put it in the
Starbucks cup.
Okay, we gonna take $10 a week. Let's just say if the drink was $1 something at the cheap. What's the cheapest coffee you can go and buy right now? Anybody can tell me coffee drinkers?
Probably it's like $2 something.
It might be. I was about to say $3.
$3, yeah.
That's the cheapest coffee you can get. This is what I'm saying. I'm not making no sense.
You can get
the cheapest coffee you can get.
You might get $2 and change if you went to like a stand somewhere.
Even in Starbucks, about $2 something. Trust me, I've been there enough times. And it's not for me. I don't drink Starbucks, but my wife does.
No, you're not getting no Starbucks for $2 something.
Just a regular what I'm saying, bro. Because so let me now. I gotta go down. I gotta go down the rabbit hole. So for those people who drink coffee, LA, I know you was an officer for many years. Don't know if you drink coffee, but corner store coffee, I'm pretty sure it's cheaper than Starbucks coffee. It's probably cheaper than McDonald's coffee. So how much is McDonald's coffee? Let's figure out the parameters real quick because I don't understand. People in the chat, if y'all drink coffee or y'all get coffee from anywhere, what are the prices of your coffee and where you get your coffee from, if you don't mind telling us your business. But if you get your coffee from Quick Trip or you get your coffee from the mom and pop store, how much is that coffee compared to the coffee you go get from McDonald's and Burger King? And then you go up to the Starbucks and where the baristas and shit is. Because I'm pretty sure it's all different prices. I'm pretty sure it's not all the same.
They are. So I go to Wawa, and when I go to the Wawa, mine is like $2 and something cents, but it's for a large. I can get a large one for like $2 and some change. I just looked it up online, and Resla's right. If you go to Costco, just a 16-ounce coffee is $3.85, almost $4 at Starbucks.
Yeah, I just looked it up as well. It said McDonald's is going to probably be the cheapest, or Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
Or Cafe Bustelo.
It's claiming said $2, 16 ounces for $2. It's $2. Okay.
But this says the average cup is 6 to 7.
At McDonald's?
That's sad, dog. See what I'm saying?
No, cuz that is wild. The fucking bean that come out of a pig's ass. It's crazy. And they talk about us eating pig feet, OG. These motherfuckers drink coffee. Come out of a chest chickmunk ass. They shit it out. But they worry about us eating pig feet. That's all right.
This nigga is crazy. Let's sit down somewhere. Yeah.
And you can go the most expensive coffee.
You broke up.
Your microphone broke up, brother. Hold on. Give me a second. Still here, Resla? I think he might have to step away for a second. Okay, he said he'll be right back. Give me a second, y'all.
Yeah, man, that's you go to Starbucks, you could pay a lot of money because it's not just the coffee that they're selling. They're selling their whipped cream. They're selling their special flavors. There's a bunch of stuff that they add to that. They're not just selling regular coffee. They're selling espresso, and they're marking that stuff up. And then when you start getting it with they are actually charging you more money if you want to have it with coconut milk and things like that, like those things that are not.
That's not expensive though. They're making money on the prestige and then the brand, like the cups and all the fucking branding and stuff they got. The expenses of the employees. I don't doubt they're making money on ingredients.
No, but that's what they're doing. They're upcharging. They're upcharging based on their brand. You're right. It's the Starbucks brand why they can do it, but what they're doing is they're charging you more for the stupid things. You know, if I was getting coffee and I didn't want half and half, I wanted milk, or if I didn't want milk, I wanted coconut milk. Well, first of all, coconut milk is more expensive than milk, so they're charging you for those little stupid things that they're doing to it.
I mean, it all adds up because if you think about it, remember years ago when you used to go to McDonald's and ask for a coffee or even ask for extra ketchups, they used to throw that shit in the bag.
Yep.
Now you realize they cut all that shit out for a reason. They found out all that money add up. I mean, they probably realized they can get millions of dollars extras a year or so after years because they either cut that out or limit it. So I think all that money add up, man.
Yep, and then before you know it, you're walking out with a $12 cup of coffee. And there are people that do that daily. There are people that go and buy gift cards, like Starbucks gift cards, $100, $150, $200 for however, and then they'll re-up on it again. And like it's like people that have cigarettes. Like when you smoke cigarettes, you can't help but to keep going and getting another pack of cigarettes. You don't care about how much.
That's the whole fact.
Part of your daily.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get them Newports.
Cigarettes in Australia.
See, OG? That's exactly what it is. It's an
I ain't about to fight no nigga over Newports. If they ever come to that, I'm just gonna make. They time I got some exclusive Newports out, boy. I'm still gonna stick with the runs I've been smoking. Fuck them exclusives.
Okay.
How much do they run over there? How much is a packet of 20?
For the Newport?
USA. Yeah.
$11.
No, for a carton.
Oh, for a carton, it's like, but
No, for one packet of 20, I said.
One pack out of 20, yeah, it's just $11.
Oh, shit, that's really expensive compared to, because Australia is really expensive. They've got like, I buy them for kind of lower price ones because we got a really bad illegal market at the moment. There's really, really bad underground tobacco going everywhere. It's majority people that, but $35. I buy a packet of 20, so that's probably about 17-ish US. But then that's for a cheaper packet.
People know how to make money illegally, don't they?
Yeah, that's sad.
You want to buy these cigarettes?
The cheap cigarettes over here, I think you can buy them nigga for the cheap ones. I think they make $4, $3. That's the cheapest cigarettes you probably. I think that you can probably get some for like $2 still. I don't know. I don't smoke it. Crackheads smoke cheap cigarettes. Huh?
You can get $2 cigarettes. I remember they were $3.50 when I was young.
You talking about like the ones them crackheads be smoking?
No. Listen, this is how old I am. You used to be able to get a pack of Newport for like $3.50, and then the price.
No. Newports is higher than that. All them other, I'm talking about like off-brand bullshit ass cigarettes. You could probably get them motherfuckers for about $3, and that's the ones them crackheads be smoking.
Can you still buy Lucy's?
I don't even know what it. You talking about ones that you roll up?
One cigarette.
No,
this is one single cigarette.
Yeah. I wonder if you can still buy Lucy's.
I haven't heard of anyone buying a Lucy in a long time.
I know we used to.
Some of the shops used
50 cents. 2 for $1. And they used to kill niggas. That's when packs of cigarettes was $5. So you think every time that you bought a 20 pack, you made $10 off a pack of cigarettes. Just like now. Most people sell their cigarettes for $1. If they do sell Lucy's, they're selling bitches for $1. So you got 20 cigarettes, that's $20 in a pack.
Chinese people in Philly was so cold. When people got their food stamps, they used to go to the corner store and go get some lunch meat, some cheese, and some bullshit, and go get 4 Lucy's on top. They just charge it all to that motherfucking that welfare card, that EBT, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, shit.
Those were the days.
Yeah, you can't beat them. All right, we got
the one with you and Izzy.
Let's go to the one.
Just thinking of coffee.
Go to the
Okay, I got you.
It should be the
I
third.
was going to say.
It should
I'm
be
going
the
to
third.
ask, do they still
No, I
do?
thought you said they were together. That's why.
Yeah, because the other one gonna go along with it anyway. So
Okay, here we go. Oops.
yeah.
Houston Rockets player is speaking out tonight after his arrest in Fort Bend County. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Daniela Guzman. Keith Garvin is off. Patrick Beverly was arrested at his home early this morning, charged with
like a
assault,
crackhead.
family violence involving a household member. KPRC2 News reporter Corley Peel joining us now live about why Beverly's attorney says his arrest is a big misunderstanding.
Daniela, Patrick Beverly's attorney sent us a statement saying that he was defending his little sister at the time of that incident. Beverly is also cautioning the public about these allegations. Hours after bonding out of jail, Patrick Beverly posted on X.
Thank you, Kingdom Minded, for the support. Yeah. We'll do this.
I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do that.
Thank you for the support. Thank you for the support. Go ahead.
Saying, please don't believe everything you see on the internet. Hope all is well. Love. Fort Bend County deputies showed up to the former Rockets player's home before 4 a.m. Deputies say a situation transpired between family members, leading to a family violence incident. He was arrested and later made his $40,000 bond. Details about the crime are not clear. Beverly's attorney released a statement saying in part, he cares deeply about his little sister, a young lady, a minor. Given that when he unexpectedly found her alone in the home with an 18-year-old man in the middle of the night, he was understandably concerned as any brother would be about his sister. However,
he
we
saw
don't
his sister
believe
getting
what
slutted
followed
out.
happened the way it's been described, and we look forward to the opportunity to address that in court.
Get her back blown out.
And Beverly's attorney adds that he does not have a criminal record. This is an ongoing investigation, and we
You should have mad at your little sister.
Yeah, Pat Bev, despite his reputation of being a fierce competitor, maybe even a little bit of an antagonizer on the court, you can't hold him accountable. If this be true,
oh my
you can't
God.
hold him accountable for
going
off if he sees a 18-year-old man. Because I know a lot of people are going to debate this and say, oh, man, age gap, whatever, so on and so forth. It's probably just her boyfriend. They might have met when he was a minor. Listen, rules are rules, and you need to start abiding by the rules. If it's an 18-year-old man, especially in the crib in the middle of the night, if it was somebody that wasn't 18 and it was a minor, you still got to catch these hands. You still got to catch these hands. In the crib in the first place. And then after you leave, let me go ahead and put my belt up to make sure this my sister. My sister. And so, your family members and
you gotta echo. You gotta echo.
We gotta go. Hey, we gotta go.
Is defending himself, and he is not even a type of person that.
Dude, you gotta mute up.
It's confrontational in real life, and he don't even have no record like that. I got so many questions. I want to know, what really happened and what they said, what they arrested Pat Bev for, because I'm assuming they saying that, Pat Bev probably got into a physical confrontation with the young 18-year-old, or, the guy that was in the crib while she snuck him in, and then it went.
Did we
left,
ever?
so he
Yeah, pause it real
got
quick.
arrested for assault.
Maybe I missed it. Did they ever say how old his sister was?
No.
So old beer.
Yeah, 12 years old. 12 years old.
She's 12? She's 12?
Yeah, she said, the news reporter said 18 and a 12-year-old.
Yeah. I hear that.
I didn't catch that part.
Yeah, they said it in the news report, I'm pretty sure. That's what I was thinking when he said they might have met before he was 18, but what? So he's like fucking 16 and she's 10 or something.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Okay.
That's not bad. I mean, it's pretty bad actually.
I'm looking to try to find the news reports. They keep on saying calling her a minor. That leads me to believe she older than 12. And the reason why I say that is if she was 12, that would have been the first thing. I'm looking at the reports now. Like every news report just call her minor.
I'm pretty sure they just said it. If you go back to the video when that lady was talking on the news report.
I'm thinking she about 16, 17.
Nah.
I'm
Why would you get angry at that? Why would the brother be angry?
Because she gets slutted out in his house.
Yeah, it says some sources are citing her.
No, they didn't say her name. They didn't say her. They didn't say her age. They didn't say her age. A young lady, a minor.
A young lady, a minor.
What you got? YouTube on in the back.
That's not me. It's two.
That's not me. It's two.
Yeah, two. You got Taylor YouTube wall. And just have StreamYard playing.
Yeah, I'm seeing one thing. I'm seeing one thing where it says 14. Then I saw something that said 17. So
I mean, think about it. If
Hold up. Two time on the channel. You gotta be mute or mute.
Oh, me.
We're getting feedback.
I mean, think about it like this. If she was that age, like let's say 13, 14, he would say it, right? People use minor, they use or not use words for a reason. And I understand minor is under 18. So he's right. He's not wrong with it. But if she was that age, he would say my 12-year-old. Because that would impact more. Like something has to be wrong with that he's just saying minor. That's all. I mean, I could be wrong.
A lady, a minor, didn't say her age.
Yeah. So that lets you know something that she can't be too young. Because if she was young, you'd be like my 12-year-old sister, my 11-year-old.
I mean, if he's 18 and she's 17, she's still considered to be minor.
Minor. That's what I said.
All right.
Or initiating some form of assault or something like that, which is one of the reasons why he had a $40,000 bond, but he was obviously able to bail out, so that wasn't a problem. I think that the court of public opinion is probably going to be in Pat Bev's favor. I think that the bigger conversation is, why is an 18-year-old man, sneaking in the crib of a 15-year-old girl? Now, there's going to be some people and some men that say, well, she know what she was doing and so on and so forth. Absolutely. But it doesn't absolve you from being a grown man over a minor's crib late at night, let alone being over a minor's crib, even if you're a minor yourself. So, I'm not going with the narratives that I can already predict that I would see or I would hear in these conversations, whether it be in my comments or in somebody else's comments that continue to report on this story. If I'm with Pat Bev, based off of what's being presented, no matter what happens,
where the fuck you get 15
somebody is
from?
in the crib with a minor, then they gonna.
I'm not sure. I'm not
not
sure.
seeing no age anywhere.
Rewind the video. Go back to where that lady was doing the news report.
There you go.
Tonight, I'm Daniela Guzman. Keith Garvin is off. Patrick Beverly was arrested at his home early this morning. He's charged with assault, family violence involving a household member. KPRC2 News reporter Corley Peel joining us now live about why Beverly's attorney says his arrest is a big misunderstanding.
Daniela, Patrick Beverly's attorney sent us a statement saying that he was defending his little sister at the time of that incident. Beverly is also cautioning the public about these allegations. Hours after bonding out of jail, Patrick Beverly posted on X saying, "Please don't believe everything you see on the internet. Hope all is well. Love." Fort Bend County deputies showed up to the former Rockets player's home before 4 a.m. Deputies say a situation transpired between family members, leading to a family violence incident. He was arrested and later made his $40,000 bond. Details about the crime are not clear. Beverly's attorney released a statement saying in part, he cares deeply about his little sister, a young lady, a minor. Given that when he unexpectedly found her alone in the home with an 18-year-old man in the middle of the night, he was understandably concerned as any brother would be about his sister. However, we don't believe what followed happened the way it's been described, and we look forward to the opportunity to address that in court.
I ain't hear an age.
My mistake. My mistake.
That's why I'm saying Anton just saying shit, dude. Like, it's the reason why the lawyers say minor and not say the age. Like, they are real slick with that shit.
Yeah, I agree.
They are real slick with that.
Respectful, or they find themselves in your crib. I got bigger questions. I want to know, where's the parents? Why is Pat Beverly still being the father? How is he the one that's, unexpectedly finding these people? How did he find them? I would like to know the details because I think that this is important. However, I do extend a level of privacy because, it is a family situation, and I'm pretty sure that this is not what he wants to be known for. Or this is one of the reasons why he don't want to be in the news. In other news,
right now, ex-NFL star Antonio Brown is free from jail. Brown bonding out just hours ago.
Well, the former wide receiver has been charged with attempted murder. He has been in police custody for days. He has been placed on house arrest. And Local 10's Hania Shivi has been following the story. She is live at the jail in West Miami-Dade where she saw Brown walking out. Hannah.
Chris Sierra, just before 10 this morning, Antonio Brown walked out of jail and his attorney, Mark Eiglersch, was right here by the door waiting for Brown to come out. But before they went home, Brown wanted to make a very quick stop at a food truck that was parked right here at the jail. AB walking out of jail and embracing his attorney, Mark Eiglersch, waiting for him on the other side, telling him there that he's not interested in talking to us. But as soon as he turns his face to the right, he notices the Conch food truck is open for business.
We saw him come out and we just called him over to the truck to give him a meal.
Brown, without thinking about it twice, made his way straight to the fruity dressed Conch for a cup.
God is great. I didn't know he would stop, but he showed love to us.
Brown's partner is on a plane from Dubai back to South Florida. So his attorney picked him up, ordered an Uber, and made sure he got home.
We're extremely grateful that he's out after over 40 days of incarceration. He's extremely eager to rejoin his family, who he loves dearly.
40 days.
40 days, because attorney Eiglersch says that's the time Brown was in custody in Dubai. Then law enforcement officers came, picked him up, and extradited him to New Jersey. Days later, he made it back to South Florida to face an attempted second-degree murder charge. Reasons for
He was not in custody for 40 fucking days at all. Not even close. The nigga was just riding a bike last week in Dubai before they picked him up. My homie got a studio in Dubai that he booked the session for. He the one told me that he was just got extradited before everybody else even said it. So how the fuck was he in custody for 40 goddamn days? He riding around on a bike in Dubai. Why are we doing this, sir? Why are we doing this?
Questioned. He's given multiple different reasons for why he went.
I have documents that evidence an ongoing business in Dubai, and he went there in May before any warrant was issued.
Back in May, investigators say Brown fired a shot that may have grazed a victim's neck during an underground boxing match in Little Haiti.
Was the victim shot? Was he actually struck by this bullet? I don't believe so, Judge.
This case is clearly overcharged as an attempted second-degree murder. Even the judge said, at worst, we're talking about aggravated assault. Secondly, we have a strong self-defense case.
Now, Brown's bond was set at $25,000. Right now, he is wearing an ankle monitor, level 3, which in simple terms basically means that he can roam around freely outside of his house, but the courtroom will be tracking his movements. Yesterday, that judge telling him in his first court appearance that he can't have any type of contact with the victim.
Yeah, this does also sounds like an overcharged case. However, we all know Antonio Brown to be a head case. If you was following him on Instagram and social media, you know that he was flaunting the whole idea. He was saying without saying that he was having a good time in Dubai. I'm guessing that he didn't know that he was going to be extradited.
See, that's what I mean. Can y'all pause it? I'm sorry. See, that's what I'm talking about. These motherfuckers so out of touch. Let me ask y'all a question. If you ain't never felt the fucking heat of a bullet go past you, you don't know what the victim is even going through. Like at first, I didn't even think he had the gun until I saw the video of this dumbass literally running around with the gun in his hand. But imagine if that was his child there, and then he's fired them shots. Do you think he would say Antonio Brown was overcharged?
No.
So why, Mr. Accountable? What are you talking about now? What are you? The dude fired a gun into a crowd and then went on Ada Raw's show bragging about how he beat the security guard up. He did it to himself.
Right, but according to the
so this nigga self-snitched on himself?
The nigga went on, dude, he really went on Aiden Ross talking shit after the incident. He did it to himself.
Dumb niggas.
Overcharged. Listen, I don't know if the bullet grazed somebody or not, but that motherfucker who was even close to the bullet, yeah, come on, man, that was crazy. That was crazy. But this motherfucker got called cute by the booty warrior. So what? What do I expect? What do I expect?
Jail. You know, he never, and this is the biggest thing. Why even put yourself in a situation going to an underground boxing match or whatever you got, you had going on? Now that junk is continuing to be a nuisance on your entire life. Antonio Brown, I fully expect for him to probably be crashing out probably within the next few years, if not sooner, because, he is a retired NFL player. I'm not really sure what his money is looking like. I'm not really trying to count his money. But, with all of this headlines and trouble that you're getting into, the lawyers are the only people that's benefiting from this situation because they continuing to be the ones that catch them attorney's fees and bill you hourly. It's not worth it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. T Gently. 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. I love you. I appreciate your mom.
You do not want your beard looking like that. I'm just saying, man. I could give you a better product, man. You see my shit, nigga. I could give you a way better product, nigga. I'm just saying. God damn, that's crazy. Fuck with it. But that's antidance.com. You know what I'm saying?
I see you. I want you.
That shit was crazy. That boy Fleece is crazy, dog. He on a whole nother level.
Man, fuck with y'all. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, cuz. Oh my Jesus.
That's a whole fact. Still got at least another hour to give him. What? Let me see, bro. Let's see. Let's go to let's get off a little sports. Go ahead and go over to let's see what they was talking about on the first one on Fatty and them shit where we was at. Let's go from there.
Kids are involved, divorce is involved. It doesn't favor the man. I think we are seeing a couple of instances where men are getting the equal rights of women in certain divorces, but as a whole, it's not equal across the board. It usually favors mother.
You say it don't favor men. So if you're a man that's in, I don't agree with that. I feel like it goes with who's in the best position and what's best for the child. So if I'm a man and I got my stuff together, you telling me if I'm a man that got my shit together, I don't smoke, don't drink, none of that shit, got a roof over my head, car, money, and able to take care of my son or my daughter. And the mother is on drugs or some shit, and out on the street living pillar to post. They're gonna give because she's a woman. They're gonna give my son to the woman because that ain't how they work.
That's probably the only thing that. Do you notice how you equalize the equation? You are a decent man. You have everything put together. You don't smoke. You don't drink, and she needs to be on crack, right? Like the only way that you equalize something and you get the same treatment as a woman on family court is when she's so fucked up that you actually have to look at the dad to see what's going on. If he's a regular woman with a regular job, with regular finances, and you are a way better parent, you spend more time with the kid, you spend more money with the kid, you have better conditions to put the kid, the woman by default is going to get at very least 50-50. There's no way when a woman has everything above the father to be a good mother and the father is just an okay father, that they go that way. Usually the woman get the kid during the week and you get it on the weekends like that. So it shows a lot that the woman needs to be on drugs and completely fuck up to lose the custody of their kids, while the man has to be an overachiever to even have the chance to have a situation like that. I think that's what we kind of are talking about. I have a question for you. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I disagree with that. I think they put the child in the best place that's suited for the child, based off where you at as a person, in your finances and your mental health and all that shit matters. And a lot of men ain't doing that anyway, though. A lot of men ain't finna take the goddamn kids and have them 365 anyway, because it take away from the hanging with the homeboy, going to the club and shit like that. Shit they like to do anyway. They're rather, if you gave a nigga, I feel like, this is my opinion, I feel like if you give a lot of these men the option to have the child and take your ass off child support, they ain't going for that. They'll rather pay the child support. They don't want that child 365 like the mama. Go to the doctor, they not want to do all that. Nah,
that can't be true based off statistic, because single father raise a better product of child.
That was my question.
That can't be valid.
That was the question. Who raises better? Who raises kids with better outcomes, Rick? Better, like single father or single mother?
I want what I see in real life. I don't care about no numbers. Where they get these numbers from? Nobody never called me.
So to his point, and to none of them, so is when what's the nigga, Anthony Edwards, when he changed I ain't gonna say changed the game, because I'm pretty sure it was plenty of people who done the same thing that he done. They just don't talk about it. He's just an NBA star, so it happened. What's good with John Galt? So when he went ahead and paid them millions of dollars up front, so he don't have to be in a kid's life or deal with the situation, that wouldn't matter in this situation, right? Because that would be the best interest of the kid, right? Or would it be for him to be around Anthony Edwards or be around the person with the money?
So you're saying, is it better that Anthony Edwards pays the money up front or stays in that child's life?
No, I was comparing it to that, because basically what he was saying, Big Rick the Ruler was saying, they place him in the best conditions of the place or whoever's doing you know what I'm saying? So they put them in a position to win instead of putting them with a faulty parent. So if they doing that, the person who is willing, like Anthony Edwards, to spend the money, do you think they should be letting them spend the money, or do you think they just be like, you know what, since you have all these good finances, you the good role model, you the person with a head, you need to take care of these kids? Because he would be the optimal parent.
But he probably wouldn't be an optimal parent, though, because he might
Why not?
I don't think, because there's a possibility that, so yes, he has the finances where he could take care of them, but he may not want to, or he may, you know what I'm saying? He may not go out there and put the effort into raising that child. You see what I'm saying? So now, is he the optimal parent to have the child? Then that's it. Because the fact that, let me just say this, the fact that these guys are willing to just give up millions of dollars to just be done with it, that tells me that they don't want to be a part of it.
Yeah, but would that still make them the optimal parent for doing that? Because again, we're talking about a person again who has so if you got a baby mama, so just say, let's just give different situations and y'all can pick out either one you want to give. And I would like to know what you guys think on it. But the whole point of it is, if you got somebody who is a stripper and you got her pregnant, you got all the goddamn money because you the super goddamn starer. You want the baby to be stuck with the stripper instead of you, the person who went through school, the person who did everything goddamn right to get in the position that they need to be in, probably got a couple of degrees because you ain't Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan, but you made it up there. You got your, you know what I'm saying, little something behind your belt because you went to college. You see what I'm saying? And then now you have some kids. You would want them to be with us. You would think that people, if we had to make me, you, LA, and Resla had to look at a situation, you think we'd be like, okay, well, the kids need to stay with the stripper? Or do you think we're going to push them towards the person who got the education, the person who's doing well out?
Well, when you talk about you, me, LA, like our personalities aren't like NBA players. So it's different. So if it were you, me, and LA versus a stripper, I think it'd probably be in the best interest to keep it in you, me, LA, and Wrestler's. Sorry for leaving you out, Wrestler, and Wrestler's hands. If we were financially able to do it, then it probably makes more sense, right? But when you talk about an NBA player, if an NBA player goes out and blows the back out of a stripper, and they end up having a child, that baby is fucked, because probably neither one of them really want to deal with that baby. That child is not gonna be. It's probably in neither. It's probably in neither one of their good hands, right? Because think about Anthony Edwards, and I don't know how he feels about children, but if he didn't want children, which it feels like he doesn't want children, because he would have gave somebody $1 million to just be done with it, right? He's more worried about his career. He's got a lot of his career to go through. He's got to do a lot of stuff. He's trying to have all these accolades. He ain't worried about no child. And if you out here dating a stripper and she gets it, all she worried about is herself. She worried about keeping herself looking good. Like she worried about her career the same way. So that child, like, I don't know who would be better hands with, but I could tell you, if it's about who makes the most money, obviously Anthony Edwards makes the most money. So the child could be taken care of, as far as it wouldn't need for anything, but.
Well, see, that's the point I was making. That's why I put me, you, Resla, and LA as the judges, not the recipients of the kids, because I wanted us to, if we was judging this, like just say if this was a situation and we was all people that were like, we got to make a decision who the kid goes with. And I asked Resla right now, who you think the kid should go with, the superstar basketball player or the stripper? What would you say, my good sir?
Me, I would probably say the stripper.
I would say the one that actually wants to raise the kid.
Which is the stripper, because if Anthony Edwards is giving away millions of dollars, so he doesn't, I would say it's the stripper. And I don't even know if she wants to raise them, but she ain't the one sitting here putting up money.
But just having the money doesn't mean that you're sitting there raising kids.
Right.
Money just about maintenance.
Right. And clearly, not only that, he clearly has shown he has no interest if he's giving her money not to have to deal with the child.
What about you, LA? What you think about this, sir?
I ain't even paying attention. I ain't gonna lie to you. When these motherfuckers start talking, I just tune out. My bad.
God damn it. Shit. We was getting somewhere. It was gonna be nice, bro. It's gonna be nice.
Yeah, I can't take these conversations no more.
Well, this is fatty now, bro. This is what they do over there, bro. I just thought that was something to be posed, because, like I said, I'm thinking on how they even do this, how they even do it. You got to look at one, like you said. You got to look at one or the other. Which one is doing good? Which one is doing bad? And which one is you going to give all the authority to? I mean, you don't want to give all the authority to a crackhead. We understand that. But what if you have two parents that's on the same level? Then you have to split it 50-50, right?
Yes. It's 50-50, yes. But that's two parents that want to raise a child, then you split it 50-50. Like, they both got to want to raise a child. I'm with Stackpot on this, man. These conversations get wild because if I look at that panel, I don't know how many of them are married, how many of them are divorced, how many of them had kids, how many had to go through this kind of process, but they talking about it like this is what happens and that's what happens and this is. I mean, I don't even know what happens because I've never been divorced. So like,
what you think, Resla? You still here with us?
I don't know if these people are really qualified to even have this conversation.
Right.
Okay.
But we're gonna have it. We're gonna have it the same way they are.
Shit.
Blindly. Like, I wish. Listen, if I was divorced, I would tell you guys. I've never been through it though.
Yeah, me either. So I couldn't tell you about it. All right, let's hear a little more because they seem like they about to argue for a little bit.
Let's go. Am I frozen?
No.
You guys waiting on me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, my wife had done no survey about how long y'all been married or
Keyword being you and your wife.
That's a small
In over 20 years, but you've also stated it's over 20 years of marriage, though. So therefore, in this current time, what you're saying wouldn't be valid because you successfully had.
I was talking to you and cut me out. 1 second. Give me 1 second.
I apologize.
I feel like they go get to the worst of the worst when they doing them. They don't go to the people that doing good like me and my wife and run them. They do that shit with people that's in poverty. The dead ain't there. The mom on foods. They go to those spots and pick that shit ain't real, man. Come on.
Okay, but based off of that,
1 second, Mel. Hey, Rick, are most relationships 15 years old like yours?
There's a lot of folks. Brother been with his wife 15, 17 years. Been with his wife 30 years. I know niggas like that.
And my parents been together for 40 or 50. What I'm asking is, are most relationships as solid as lasting as yours?
I don't know about everybody. I can't speak for it, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only man to be with my wife 28 years.
You just spoke on it from your experience.
Doing it. It just ain't advertised a lot because you see a bunch of bullshit. You see more bullshit than you do men like me that'll glorify my marriage and love my wife out loud because I got a big ass platform. You got me. A lot of men ain't got no platform. They not on TikTok and shit. The men that they doing their work and standing on business. So yes, I think it's a whole lot of men that they're not on the forefront like me with this shit, but I think it's a hell of a lot more married men out here standing on business. So not even married, just committed relationships and doing the right thing by their women. All of us ain't fucked up.
But that's the point. The average duration of a marriage is 7 years. You are an outlier.
Let me finish right quick. You asked me a question. But my thing is this. My only problem is I don't think all men are fucked up or all men are bad, but I do think there's some bad apples in there. And I'm going to speak to that. That's what I speak to. I don't speak about all men, but I do speak to a certain group of men. And that's the problem. You have men coming up defending me on my platform. You got niggas saying they upstanding guys, they good fathers, they good boyfriend, they good husband. But why are you defending the men that with bad behavior that I speak to then? If you got that type of girl. And you now hold up, but you can't act like you don't know this though. You can't act like you don't know that every man is not moving how they supposed to move. We got to act like y'all try to dismiss this shit. And hold on. Yeah, we want to talk about the bad women though. We want to talk about how women are so mean and so motherfucking angry. They want to be able to talk about what they want to talk about. When I talk about what I'm talking about, I'm gonna put sad nigga. I'm gonna sell.
But hold on, Big Red, hold on. You said you can't. The data is wrong because you ain't experienced that. But then you saying all these men is like this, so you experience these bad men. You experience all these bad men.
I know some niggas.
I
saw a nigga go live every other week and call the baby.
I'm saying no, not internet. No. You said real life. You said no. Hold on. You denounced the data because you just said you don't know that in real life. You don't experience it in real life. You telling me you experiencing all these bad men and bums in real life.
I ain't say no all. I said some.
Don't put words in my mouth. I said some of these.
No, you said the data is false because you don't experience
Yeah,
it.
nobody care about no statistics, man.
And then you'll say, hold on, and you said you listen to the women. When we talked yesterday, you said you know about these dudes is wrong because they listen to the women. You don't know.
I deal with reality. I don't give a fuck about no stats.
So you know
how is that reality?
You know,
anybody can type them numbers in and put that shit in the system. Y'all, you don't know who make the stats. Who responsible for the stats?
So Rick, but that's the problem with what you're saying, right? One second, Rick, because we let you land, right? If you come in and you are doing a fundraiser for your people, right? For everybody that is starving or suffers from food scarcity, and my name is Fatty, and I'm like, I never starve. My food is fridge. Like my fridge is full. I order $30 of Uber Eats every day. So because I'm not that means that it's not real. This is just numbers that Rick is putting out there. Somebody's going to call me out. Somebody's going to say, Fatty, your reality, just because your name is Fatty and you seem like you are overeating or you have a full fridge, doesn't mean there's not thousands, millions of people that go to sleep every day with the empty belly. All we were saying is that if you're actually looking at the statistics, which is a poll of people bigger than what you can see, men have better outcomes than women when they're raising their kids by themselves. And if you came with stats and said most men are cat callers, I wouldn't have no problem with that. If you came with stats and saying most men are the ones that commit most crime, I will never, like, men are the ones that have the risky behavior. Like, I would never say you are wrong because me and my friends, all church people, and we went to college, right? You see what I'm saying? Like, I would never dismiss a stat just because it doesn't apply to me and my friends. So why are you doing that?
That's good for you. You stand on what you stand on with stats. I don't fuck with stats. I deal with reality. So you got your mind made up that you're a stat man, and I got in my mind.
I actually agree with him.
I don't care about stats. I don't care about this.
I actually do agree with him because stats can be made up of anything.
Exactly.
To be fair, they can't, like, you don't know.
Where do you write this stuff from?
If I could chime in, my experience is that most mothers are terrible. I think
Get
that
'em,
men
Pearl.
would be like two good mothers.
That's everybody's favorite girl. You can't talk about Pearl.
That's OG white Stevie right there. That's OG white Stevie.
They aren't generally.
Hey, go ahead, Pearl. Get them,
I think
Pearl.
they like the clout of the kids more
no
than the
white
kid
woman named
itself.
Pearl.
Like, that's why you see a lot of mothers put on like what they want. Like in they might want the kid to be a doctor. The kid wants to be his own person, and they say no, be a doctor because you know you got to make me look cool for my friends. The mothers are the ones that post their kids on Twitter. Where there are pedophiles on that app, and they say, F it, let me get some clout off this kid. That would be my experience, but I could understand if you had a different one, sir. So I understand we all have our own, but I have not met very many good mothers. If we go into single mothers, I would say it's even less. So that would be my experience. The data does back up mine a little bit more than yours, but I do understand being critical of data because I've been in this industry 5 years and people can manipulate stats to say anything. So I do understand.
Not just that.
Yes, ma'am. I agree with that part.
That's
all I'm saying. I mean,
when it comes to data, it's all reliant on people that just want to submit to the data. Not everybody wants to submit to data. Like nobody wants to be a statistic. Not many people want to tell you about how their marriage are and be considered a percentage. They just want to go about their lives. So not everybody is submitting the data. So when I speak to people about statistics, they say, oh, well, statistics are, a percentage of and the likelihood of, and there's a science behind it. I get it. But like if the majority of people just want to go about their lives and they don't want to submit the data, then what kind of pool are we pulling from? A lot of times let's look at politics. When we look at polls, a lot of these polls are skewed because it depends on who wants to go and actually give their opinion on politics. So you're either going to have one side that's really, really motivated to talk about it and the other side not. And now you got a dirty pool of statistics. And that's why every time election season comes around, a lot of these people are wrong because they're pulling from nasty data. And I think we do that a lot here on the internet too, is we pull from nasty data and we think that we're right and we might not be right. So we don't know how many people are happily married out there. We're just going by the people that clearly want to go out there and talk about how they've their divorce and how they're, they want to vent. We're probably going to get a lot of that kind of data. It may not all be clean data, is all I'm saying. Depends on who wants to go talk about it, who wants to submit their stuff.
Okay. Well, I think they get a lot of that, bro, from other places too, and then they use that to add. So I agree with you. I mean, I ain't about to disagree with you. Making sense. What do you think, Resla?
I don't know. I really don't have much to say about it.
Okay. Let's see.
Your mom was really good. I'm guessing you had like a really good mother, and all the moms like around you were really good.
Yeah, my mama done a great job. She done an awesome job. Great job. She raised 2 boys by herself. Done a great job.
But there's the point is most people don't like at this point. Either it's very close to 50% of relationships that the people don't stay together, or they stay together and those 50% are relationships that are lack of sex. People are not happy. People need to pay the mortgage, so they don't want to be homeless and sleep on their car, so they stay together. Like, wouldn't that actually be a reflection of what we were talking today? Even Michelle Obama said, I was miserable for 10 years. Should she leave? Like that, because she said it. I was miserable. Those are the words.
Yeah,
Michelle Obama left Barack Obama as soon as she is unhappy and she doesn't see it. Like, what do you guys think?
I would love to see an uptick in men divorcing their wives when they do this bullshit. I'd say, Obama, please divorce your wife. It's time. She's got to stop disrespecting you like this. He'll never do it, but I
actually don't agree with you.
Are you saying if a woman give you come to you, right, and she feels a certain type of way, and she's no longer happy with the standard of treatment that you give her in that marriage, that she is being disrespectful, you should just tap out and leave her?
I think when it gets to the point where she's comfortable doing it publicly in front of everybody, when she really doesn't have to. Like, I mean, this is Michelle Obama. Every bill is taken care of for her, every need. What more do you want? You were married to the president of the United States. You lived in the White House. So I think when it gets to that level, I think, that's kind of torture for a man. I think more men deserve some peace. So, that would be my opinion.
But y'all said it. Hold on, before if she said it, y'all need to support her, because early on in the show, you said if this man ain't feeling happy, if his wife isn't cooperating, she's not doing right by him, y'all told her to leave. But I'm telling you, when y'all get comfortable, you'll take the woman's side instead of acknowledging what the man is saying. It's very hard to trust a brother who will have all these women say one thing, and we know that we see what's happening out in society. When you say your experience and brothers say their experience, most of these women ain't doing right by their men, but we listen more to the women that we know that's happening than the actual brothers who are saying it, solid or not solid. The brothers who ain't solid ain't got no right to complain, right? But the brothers who are solid, they got the right to complain. And when you see these men's wives coming up in public and doing these things, Big Rick, you got to know something wrong. Michael B. Jordan wife did him a certain way. Tom Brady wife did him a certain way. Johnny Depp wife did him a certain way. These are
Michael B. Jordan had a wife.
These are relationships too, Jazz. Being honest, okay.
What she say? What did Michelle Obama say that was disrespectful to her husband?
She wasn't happy. She wasn't happy with that man for 10. She wasn't happy with him for 10 years.
That's her truth, though. You want her to lie?
You know what I'm saying? How you just did? So if I came out and said my woman didn't make me happy for 10 years, that's not disrespecting my household.
There's Rick, you have to agree with
and
Ali.
that's why this is.
Hey, Rick, no, one second, Ali. Hey, Rick, have you ever been sad with your woman, feel disrespectful with your woman?
Let me ask the question to you guys. I don't think if your wife, if your significant other says that they've been miserable with you for 10 years,
I don't review them.
Is that grounds for you leaving?
I think it's grounds for a talk, but yeah, probably you leaving, because if you're not happy for 10 years,
right?
What do you do?
Well, I mean, if you want to go back to what some of these people say, a lot of people end up staying with each other for what? Kids, or the illusion of what it's like to be in a committed marriage and relationship. Or the fear of starting over, all this other shit.
Right. And so here's how I look at it. right? So yes, there is the fear that your children will suffer. But when you before you had the kids, you committed to her and you were there to keep her happy and she was there to keep you happy. And if one of you guys are not happy for a period of 10 years, then it doesn't matter. You're not even going to be able to raise those kids right.
Well, question. What if it wasn't commitment? What if it was strictly responsibility?
All right. So explain that a little bit better.
Well, a commitment is like I promise I'll do these things. I want to do these things. These are the things that I agree to. Versus, like we say, like the gentleman we just talked about before earlier. He gets the stripper pregnant, right? What if he's like, damn, I gotta stick around because I'm supposed, I got a kid out here. I gotta raise a kid. That doesn't mean he said he's committed to her. He wants to be responsible for raising his kid.
So I see what you're hitting on too, and this is one of the things that the next generation, like your generation, has gotten right, which is to just treat it like a partnership so that you can get what you need done. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I'm saying a lot of people move like that. I mean, we do it even in terms of work. A lot of people do this.
We do, and I think it's good to do that. But I think nowadays, there's so much resentment gets pent up that it's sometimes unsustainable at the end.
I hear
you. Really nasty at the end.
I hear you, B-baller. But you know what? We also had that idea to make this kind of decision. We heard about our parents and grandparents who stayed in marriages way too longer than they needed to, when they were both miserable and hated each other.
Right. So you're saying that's a good idea to do that for kids? For the sake of the kids?
Well, if you want to be, let's just put it, I'm not saying it's all households like this, but there's enough households where apparently parents are not on the same game plan of even holding down the whole, well, we can argue, we just can't do it in front of the kids. They don't say that no more. So there are plenty of people, by the way, young people, who will grow up to become adults who will turn around and say, I'm never going to get married based on how my parents behave with each other. I don't want that for myself. Because why? These people were the example.
No, I see what
you do hear that a lot, though. You do hear people saying that a lot, like they don't, because of what they seen, it makes them look at their relationship differently. So, and then it's a lot of people that build from that 2B baller. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like people who seen the goodness of a relationship and the goodness of a partnership and stayed with it for years and never showed you that. So some people ain't never displayed that type of, but what we see now is everybody is doing it online. And to their point, it's just, man, it goes back to that, that's a YouTube talking point. And, you just gotta leave. You gotta go. You know what I'm saying? You gotta skedaddle.
I mean, guess what? I've sat with some of these older people, especially like boomers, when I was very much younger, and they were like in the old retirement homes or anything, those early boomers. And even some of them were like, I wish I had left early. You look at that as one of a regret. I wish I had left early so I could have lived my own life, because what you learn is that this is the one life you get.
Yep.
I love my kids. I love my kids. Love my grandbabies. Love seeing how the family I've developed. But I wish I got to know me. Everything I know was about the guy I stuck with. It's about the woman I stuck with, and we hated each other. And by the time everybody was already out the house, we're too old to start over. So now we just enemies riding it out to the end.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. So to me, it's just about how, you're right. You're absolutely right. You do only have one life to live, and you should live it the best that you can. I don't think I looked at that for other people the same way as, like, when I look at mine and I start preaching to people about how marriage could and should be. I just think that certain people are built a little different. Some people are built to be selfish. Some people are built to be selfless. And then there's a lot of people in between, right? I just don't know. I'm just trying to find. So when I talk to people about it, I'm just trying to see if I can root out or find the people that are a little more selfless. But you're probably right. I think as a society, I think as human beings, we are geared towards moving towards being happy for ourselves. Like you said, we only have one life to live. I guess I never looked at that. I got to get a divorce tomorrow, ASAP. Thank you. No, let me stop. No, but yeah, I see what you. I don't think I've ever looked at it like that. I see what you're saying. And I think now when I have these conversations, I'm going to look at it a little bit more like that because I don't think anybody's ever said that where they're like, I've seen it, and even though we get out at the other end, fine. What I had to see, I don't want to have to go through that.
So the reason why I say is because I'm speaking about not only what I noticed as a young man in my 20s when I saw it volunteering at nursing homes, but also the first half of my life I was raised with my grandparents who did not like each other. The second half was me living with my mom and my then father-in-law, stepdad, and their relationship was totally different. So I got to see both sides. I got to see the abusive side of one side, and I got to see the loving side of one side. And I was in the middle trying to figure out what life is like. And then also hearing other people's tales, much older than me. I saw some people that said, "Oh my God, yes, clap, they've been together for 40 years." And the other one's like, "Can't go nowhere. I've been locked with this person for 40 fucking years. I can't start over."
That's the thing, man. It's the way people look at it. See, that's the thing. I think it depends on. I think it depends on the type of person you are and how you look at it. There are people that look at it just like you do, like that person is an anchor, and then there are other people that look at it like you guys are in it together and you're like climbing a mountain together. So yin and yang, you do, and I help you up, and you help me up. And
the problem with that is that when you have that inspirational mindset, and it's great to have that, but there are plenty of people that you know what they end up doing. You think it's a yin and yang, like you're helping each other climb. And really, somebody's just doing a fireman's carry.
Cool, but if you take that away, what do you have? A bunch of people out here just rowing in different directions.
I just think
take away that
life,
inspiration, you got people rowing.
Life. I think we just really need to have a reality check and just saying that life is just not going to be great for everyone.
But it's not great. Yeah, it isn't. Even for the married person that looks like they're happy forever, it's not great all the time for them.
Well, sure, but the idea that it's this thing that. And this is why I say all the time, like, life doesn't owe you any explanations. It doesn't owe you anything.
True.
It's going to do what it's going to do, which means you need to make the best decision for yourself. Don't lock yourself in. Just do the responsibility you're there for. So if you're a parent because you put a kid on this earth, take care of your responsibilities.
No, I agree with that.
What's your responsibilities? Did it say you have to lock yourself in? No, it didn't. Did it say you couldn't be a good parent? It didn't. Did it say that you had to now be shackled to this one person? No. Did it say that you have to force yourself to not love them? No. There are plenty of households. Well, by the way, we can say this from the boomer generation, even before that. But there were parents that just stuck with each other, but they slept in different beds. Or they did sleep. If now we just moved to something totally different. Before they had one bedroom but two beds. Now they sleep in two different rooms.
Mm-hmm.
But the premise is still the same. Human beings are just like this. Some work out, some don't. But the question is, when the time comes, when it's time to pull the cord, can they? And for what I've seen from much of the older generations, they don't pull the cord because of how the optics look. Versus this generation now says, nope, not gonna do it.
Well, no, I think the older generation, they did what you said, which is they took care of their responsibility. They saw it through till the kids were raised. And then after that, they probably just didn't want to deal with the bullshit that's out there.
That's the
so
point.
They like, listen, well, who wants
the younger generation now saying, listen, I'm going to do my best to be a good father. She's going to do her best to be a good mother. But we don't need to be stuck to each other if we hate each other. If anything, we gonna figure it out, or maybe we extend our own families and we'll still have extra people now to actually show love to those kids. But it's better than having a battle on the base because it doesn't look good for the kid. Now, unfortunately, baller, we see this. We see the whole resentment between parents and kids being backpack kids because they hear nasty shit between people. And this is just a problem with certain people. Not all parents are like this. Or even some people, some parents, if they do have resentment toward each other, they know not to tell the kid this. They let the kid figure it out on their own.
Right.
To me, that's the best way to go. I can't stand that motherfucker, but don't do that in front of the kid.
And I think this is where you're right. I think there's a lot more of that going on in society, where even if I were to sit there, if I were to say, you know what, you guys should stay together, I can't really say that because I can't guarantee that people are responsible enough to do what we just said, which is to don't do those things.
I agree.
So yeah, so that's what we're looking at here.
See,
Ruthless.
Yes, sir.
Well, one thing, Ruthless, before you take off. Here's what I'll say to what you mentioned, the word commitment. If you really don't like each other, don't worry about your commitment to each other. Be committed to the kid.
And that's where you make your mistake. Women are not doing that. Women will burn the whole house down. They take the kids and turn them against you. It's over for that. And maybe we have to accept that if your woman leaves you and she got the kids, she's going to get the kids. You're going to have to embrace the new stepdaddy. And you might hear your kids say, hey, daddy, to the other man when you go over there. And you got to make a big old scene. So women are not buying any of this. They don't care. They don't care. They feel like this is not for them. They don't care about the kids, what the kids might think, the best situation. They're going to put themselves first, and they're leaving. And most likely they leave you, they're going to go a lot of hate. And they ain't going too easy. And they're going to talk shit about you, tell the kids you ain't shit. So a man got to accept that, you know, it is what it is, right? There's nothing we can do about that.
So, Ruthless, are you speaking from actual events, personal events?
No, I just said this is what women do.
But see, you're not qualified to do that. You said a lot there.
Be baller. We do understand there's a single mother epidemic. We do understand that. I've seen my aunties do it. Leave my uncles and talk shit on our uncles and shit. Like, what the fuck? I thought y'all loved each other. You know what I'm saying? Women do this for many years. They will take the kids, the courts will give them the kids, and then they return the kids, your daddy ain't shit. You ain't shit like your daddy. Those comments will come like regular.
So, Resla, this is the opposite side of what I'm talking about. So when you choose not to have a partner to row with, the opposite end is what Ruthless is, which is somebody that is completely, that does not trust, accept, or even acknowledge the good of what women are. It's just women are the enemy.
Well,
and then you start having people walking around like that, and then this is the fear that I. So this is the fear that I have right here, is that people aren't looking to find relationships with the opposite sex, or with the opposite sex.
Talking about B-baller, the foolish shit you just got to come out.
Dude, you don't look to have relationships. What you doing is you telling everybody to just go fuck these women, to go sit there and spend money on them, but don't spend money on them, but do spend money on them. But don't leave with your dollars. Hold on, I'm talking.
Yeah, but you're not representing us.
Don't matter. This ain't, but we're not on Ruthless Truth Show, so you don't get to mute me or anything like that. You have to sit back and listen. You have to sit back and listen. Just like you asked me to sit back and listen. I'm being respectful. I haven't called you names or anything. I'm saying myself. Don't tell me you can't say I'm full of shit. You can't do it, right? Because I'm talking.
You're speaking for the women. You're protecting them.
I'm not speaking for the women.
You are.
That's the thing. No, you see, it's all absolute for you. Either you're speaking against the women or you're speaking for the women. I don't have to be doing that. There's an in between there, Ruthless. You don't have to be okay. You don't have to dog women to prove that you're not protecting them. What you do is the absolute extreme to prove that you're not a simp. To prove that you're not a simp, you go out there and you say some of the wildest shit I've ever heard. You don't have to do that. I'm trying to find the middle ground here, which you refuse. You've always refused to even acknowledge.
So I just want to understand, right? This is what I'm saying. Let me clarify some things, right? We do have to acknowledge that the number of testimonies have clearly concluded that women that have no problem
will follow divorce papers, right? We know that, right? It's not even disputable. So I'm not here saying something that isn't backed by a bunch of stats and a bunch of testimony. But I would say this: can a woman be your enemy? It's possible. If she no longer loves you anymore, no longer likes you anymore, is this possible? Yes. Yes. And be bold, and from the way you speaking, right? You're speaking from your a projection point to like women aren't out here doing what they do, right? You act like these women are exercising their autonomy. You act like these women are exercising their freedom to be where they think they need to be happy at. And this is where us men, we kind of divide on, because you want to say, well, us men need to pick better, or we need to pick who our partner is. And what you don't understand is any woman that you're dealing with potentially is a gamble, right? Some get lucky and make it through, others lose. But the bottom line is, and I'm gonna like this last point, I'm gonna give it to you, B-Baller. What I'm saying is a woman is largely tied to the way she feels and her emotions. And if those things are compromised in any form against you, if those things turn against you, she looks at you as a direct enemy. And this is why women will have no problem with leveraging the system against you. If you have something to take, they're going to take it, and the kids, and they don't care, right? They're cold-blooded, cold-hearted individuals. When they feel...
Sir, I thought you was ending a point.
Yeah.
And so here's what I'm going to say.
I leave that, Resla. I was doing too much.
My whole point is, in most of these conversations that we have, you start off saying that women absolutely, and not just women, all 100%. Women absolutely. So that's not even an accurate place to start, because you don't know what all women. You don't know. You are not a woman. Right. And so you can't say what all women absolutely are or do, because it's not true. And we always, this is the argument we always have when we talk, Ruthless, is that you say definitively that this is what it is. And you say this to men as if men should take that as the truth. And it's not the truth.
But we
would be able to agree that some women do that. So we might even be able to agree that most women do that. Although let me
give you my premise, so why I think that, so then you can understand. And then I'm gonna give it right back to you. I truly believe, and anybody for the whole panel, I truly believe that women and their personality, who they are largely tied to their emotional and the way they feel. And we can all agree that is very dangerous and unstable, because we understand feelings are fleeting, emotions are up and down. And because of that, I think that's 100% of women, right? I do agree that I think 100% of women.
100% of women.
Right. And I'm just going to say that y'all going to agree. 100% of women are built like this, right? And this is what makes the dynamics between a man and a woman, right? When we come together, is the men are the rock. We're logical, we're with the reason. Women, they have logic too, but they tend to lean on their emotional and the way they feel more, and they invest a lot in more. So that's just my opinion. Y'all can go ahead.
But that's
you should just agree and just say that all women, 100% of women, are just trash pandas.
No, we're not going to. I've never done that. But see, that's the problem. That's your starting point, is that when you say we're logical, and then that's your starting point, that's not a logical statement. It's not a logical statement. It's
not emotional. I feel good.
No, but it's not logical.
It is logical. Like you're saying, to look at a woman and assess that she moves with her emotions more than the man is logical.
Okay, it is logical to look at a particular woman and do what you just said. It is not logical to look at a woman, assess that from a particular woman, and then apply it to all women. That's illogical.
So are you saying that there are women who are on man's level logically?
No, I'm saying that there are women that aren't as emotional as you say.
Hold up. I need clarification. What exactly do you mean when you say a man's level?
Well, we just established
are all men made equal?
No. So, but I'm not. Listen. So what I'm saying is this. I heard what you're saying, Resla. All I'm saying is the dynamic between the man and women, right? I agree with you, Resla, that even all men aren't leaders, right? We have hierarchy. We got homies who are straight deleters, right? They even pick a dude that's more stable than them, right?
Right.
And more logical, more reason to delete them, right? So I've seen this. So I'm not saying that men can't be, and there's some men more emotional driven than others when it comes to violence or whatever shit may be. But what I am talking about is the relationship dynamic, right? 100% of women they largely are more emotionally driven than they are logically driven. And y'all have to agree with that, right?
I don't know if I have to.
You agreeing, baller, or 100?
I'm not agreeing with that. No.
How about you, OG? Oh, yeah, do something. What do you think, Resla? Am I wrong or am I right?
I'm not gonna go either way.
See, this is, and let me kind of add some context, right? Just so, because I just want to not just be saying things, right? Women, and we understand that women, we understand about that when they're on their period, when they have those menstrual cycles, everybody knows universally that they are emotionally imbalanced and they create havoc. This has been forever saying, right? So that is 100% all women have this cycle and all women act indifferent and very combative during this cycle, right? And this men learn to back off. Also, when women get into arguments with men, they're more lean on their emotions, they get emotional, and this is why the men who are more logical based and more I would say solution based, we kind of back off and we pretty much walk away, right? And let them kind of filter their emotions or whatever it is. So this is why generals or men, great generals, great leaders of historically, right? Men are the apex predators, not only because we're strong, but because we can strategically think outside of our emotions, right? We can go and delete 100 men and not have any emotional recourse, right? We can do it and go to sleep. Now, I'm not saying, there's some men who break down, PTSD, whatever. But in large, when you build your army, are you building protection and you're putting structures in place for physical capability to tame an environment? You want largely 99.9% of your force to be men, right? Because you need logical and rational thinkers to dominate. This is why women will never dominate these type of things, because everybody knows, right? Ain't no way you get a woman as a general over hope. No, that's death by 1,000 cuts. So this is, we got to agree with that, right? Nobody's going to build an army. If I say, B-baller, we got a beef. Yeah. These dudes coming on the block and they cause a problem. We're not going to get no gang of women to say, hey, let's go do this. We finna go get some homies with capability, and then we're going to put a plan together. We're going to strategically, we got to figure out, right? This is what we do. This is why we're the protectors. This is why we take on that position, because we can go outside our emotions and still function to get the job done.
So I'm not even talking about war, because I don't know what you're trying to conquer out here on these YouTube streets. You're trying to conquer something clearly. You're trying to recruit who the logical and but here's the deal. When we talk about relationships, it don't have to go like that. It don't have to be like that. You don't have to be absolute when it comes to, you treating them like you picking teams off the street for basketball.
I'm not trying to cure nobody,
but I'm just saying, what I'm trying to say is, you're not talking about conquering anything. I don't think you are. You're talking about.
No, I'm not talking about conquering. I'm just painting the disposition of the mentality of the mental, logical, and written reason to properly protect, right? You don't want to you're not going to hire a bunch of women to protect you, right? It just, because why? Through conflict, a woman would definitely lean into her emotions more. Like if it's been a whole bunch of dudes come with guns, she might stop and cry, ask why. Where men, we're going to react. We're going to pull a pistol. Now, there are a few men that, they fall short, but most men, we're going to shoot back, right? We're not going to think, oh, why is this happening? We're going to know. So this is why we don't see celebrities walking around with women as their protection. Nobody pays women top dollar for that damn job, because you need someone within reason and stability to have that. So I'm just painting a picture of the mental institution between men and women. And I'm not saying that women aren't loved in our society. What I'm saying is they are looked at as the weaker vessel. They are looked at as they need our covering, because part of protection ain't just fighting, big baller. We also have to protect them from themselves.
You see how you make them sound like you make women sound like, jeez. Like, I have a hard time. I don't. It's not even like I want to do this, but I just have such a hard time. I don't want to. I have a hard time. Well, you're talking about them like they're feeble-minded children.
No, they're not children. They're adults. But
you make it seem like we got to protect them from themselves.
It's easy to get past ruthless bullshit.
I was talking about you.
I was listening, bro. You know, I'm over here taking care of other things. I said I'll be back. I'm back now. Sorry about that. If you was looking for me in the chat or whatever, I say I'm back now. But check this out. Watch this, be baller. So ruthless. Do the women that you speak of, is this all?
All 100%.
Said 100%.
100%.
Let me clarify. Emotionally driven at a higher rate than men are 100% women.
That need to be protected from themselves, all that other stuff you said too, right?
Yeah, that's part of man's duty when he takes on his wife.
Okay.
Don't you agree?
No.
You know why? You know why you don't agree, B-Baller? You know why? Because he says you're an ally.
Oh man. Listen, I'm married. There's no way I would even be able to. There's no way I'd be able to have a successful marriage if I did that. And I know you're gonna look at it. You're gonna keep saying, "Here's the next words that are gonna be out of your mouth: happy wife, happy life." But that's not it. It's not it. No, it's not.
And I'm gonna tell you why it's it, B-Baller. And I know
he can't tell you why I said. We already went over this with this nigga before. And I told him then it ain't gonna work for you then, it ain't gonna work for you now. But you can go ahead and try it again. Tell us why.
Now I will say this for the sake of arguments for OG, since he inserted that little, insert. Some men like to be dominated by their women. Some men.
We've heard this one.
Maybe there are. I'm not saying this B-Baller, but I'm saying there are men out here that want their women to be the protectors. I hate that. That's another conversation. But what I would say is for the majority, large, right? Men are the protectors of the house. And it's not, protection ain't just fighting niggas off. It's also protecting your woman from her easily influenced emotions and feelings, right? She feels she wants to go out on a girls trip with her girls. We don't think that's
girls trip again.
I'm just saying, right? It's just something this is the problem in the relationships.
Ruthless. Are you really that scared of girls trips?
No, I love women. I just don't think I love women in short-term capacity, not long-term.
That didn't answer my question. You really that worried about girls trips?
If this is my wife and we got something building, yes, because I don't trust other women, and I take my wife out of my covering, being a weaker vessel, and I do believe women are easily influenced, right? And plus me being
so it makes a difference if it's your wife or not.
Wives are the biggest cheaters. If you didn't know that. In Vegas, she'll take her ring off and she'll go up and sleep with a stranger and then go home like nothing happened.
100%.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. That's the saying, right? And this 100%. Is the woman.
It's not 100% though.
Not 100%. I ain't gonna say that, OG Dirty. But I'm saying is, I am now. If she's going with her mom and her sisters, okay, I'm a approve that. But if she's going with her friends,
she can't be her mom's there.
Her mom's there.
I told you, just gotta talk to him. You just gotta talk to him. I done this before.
That's that bullshit. You don't think the mom would cover?
Rufus cold blooded. I'm telling you, you gotta listen to him, man. That nigga cold blooded, bro. I be watching him. I got my eye on you, Rufus.
I'm just saying, right?
I smell that bullshit real quick.
Now, gentlemen, we understand. Even I understand. Nigga, I don't even allow my women to talk to my friends. This just doesn't happen. If you're with me, I separate my relationship with my woman from my homies. Because women are notorious for fucking your best friends, fucking your cousins. women also are diabolical, man. They let niggas nut in them, and you know, you're not the father. All these things, man. Women they have to be covered. They have to be watched. They're not some strong.
Rufus sound like he can't hold on to his friend.
Ruthless. But let me just ask you this:
all of this
watched. All of this stuff you find, all of this stuff that you find despicable that women do, right? All of it. Do men do it?
No.
Men don't go cheat on the really.
Well, let me add context to that. Right?
We need context. I got you. We need context. Give me
the reason I said no is because I want to win, right? So I'll apologize for that. I was worried about the win and not the context, right?
Okay.
Okay, of course men do that, right? But the difference is the men are still more competent to know. Like, this is why we don't leave our lives at a great rate, right? This is why I believe, honestly, men believe more in a nuclear family than women do, right? Men are, especially when we're talking about husband and wife. Now, do men go out and get a side piece? If the woman is lacking in a lot of areas, they might get a side piece. But typically, they won't leave their wife for that side piece unless it's just something so egregious, you know what I mean? But I'm not saying we don't leave, but very small percentage, right? Very small percentage. All I'm looking at is, damn, Kingdom Mind, that's how you do it, Damani? Mark, how you know? You been in a male prison? Damn, how you get in? Is that legal? So anyway, right? All I'm saying is, women, when you marry your wife, your girl, you are the protector of her from herself, from her emotional elapses, from her, because women, they have a lot of internal conflict, right? Insecurities. They lash out about things that, right? So we're there to try to manage that and keep the balance there. And this is what our job is, part of our job. And I'm not saying we know this. This is not argumentable, right? We know this.
Rufus, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do you believe, just based on what you just said, right on, so you believe that it's our job that, regardless of what woman we're picking, it's our job to tame? Like they're all just wild cattle, and we gotta tame them.
We don't have to tame. We can't tame them. But what our job is to try to balance and keep reasoning in their mind. Right?
The word manage was said like 4 times.
Yes, we need it. We have to get so what we do is imply. So when they're tripping out and flipping out on some insecurity, like for example, you come home and your wife crying over the sink. You're like, "What's wrong, baby? My weight, I've gained weight." Da 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 da. Right now, that's a very critical situation in her mind. As men, we try to find balance and say, "We love you for who you are. Don't trip. We're going to be here." We try to, we try to make her feel.
Really?
To be insecure. Yeah, this is a lot. This woman.
I'm not gonna lie. That sounds like something from a sitcom. I've been with several women for at least 2 women for almost a decade. So I've been with at least almost 2 women, both almost a decade, and I never had to worry about her coming in and she's crying and talking about my weight. That just never happened.
Nope. And how many men sit there and tell a woman that she get but they'll tell them straight. They'll tell them straight out that you getting fat,
and that will cost you a relationship. But
no, sir. No, it did not.
Well, I would say that these are your exes, right?
No.
You said 2 women.
One is not.
One is and one is not your ex?
Yeah, that means one is my ex, one is current.
Okay, one's current. So, right. So we do, and Resla, I really trust that you had these relationships, or one current and the other ex. But I don't trust that you're being totally honest with us.
Right. Okay.
And it's understandable because men, we want to take the wins how we get them. So I think we do have to come to this as men, right? We do understand our women, they create problems that are not there sometimes, right? It's just this is they're notorious for, right? The internal conflict which they have within themselves. Sometimes we have to be there for them in ways to try to let them know everything's okay. This is the dynamic. We are the rock, they are the pillow. I mean, I don't see how we can not see that, right?
I see what you're saying, but it just don't go together, Rufus. Because
Doesn't go that way.
Because the way you keep on talking about it, bro, and I'm just gonna be blunt with you. And this is what I was telling you before, bro. Ain't no way in the world you have any control or you can manage the pussy. The
try. I
the
said
monkey.
try.
You can't manage none of that, sir.
Well,
and,
no, I know that.
And you ain't got no iron chastity to put around her waist so nobody can touch that box, fill that box, no nothing. For some reason, you think that it's all implied on you, but you ain't got no control over that, sir.
Right? Even the women that you go and you meet out there, they're giving it to you.
Oh, listen, here's the funny part. Every time I'm hearing Rufus say all this stuff, all I'm hearing is someone trying to do risk mitigation on something that he can't control at all. Because he can never be there 1,000% to catch every single thing going on.
You got the chastity belts for sale.
I agree with you guys more than you guys think, right? But this is where I give flowers to the married men and the men in long-standing relationships. Because it takes the rock to keep things afloat. It's not the woman, right? The man.
Nigga, what are you, David Goggins? Stay hard, nigga. Stay hard.
Not just that. Not just that.
Here?
You don't give us flowers. You talk down on us. You call us happy wife, happy life niggas.
Big baller. I don't talk down on you guys because
Would
you're
you
happy.
say these-
But let me clarify something, so you won't ever think that again. I don't. If a man feels by any means necessary to keep the one he loves as well as his family, whatever, together by any means necessary, I find that commendable.
But that's not what's happening, A. That's just a term you
be
label
baller.
us.
Be baller. Well,
I
I'm just
get
letting you know I don't talk down on married men.
No. But it's it's a term you label us when
No,
you want to.
the only problem I have with y'all, B-ballers, there's only one problem I have with married men.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all come down here projecting y'all experience on everybody else who's single out here fighting for something that maybe y'all are trying to obtain. And I don't
the same thing.
I told you, you're an ally.
We having a discussion. I thought you wanted to have a discussion here. I didn't know you wanted to sit there and have a cult.
Well, I'm just saying, baller, you married men in general come in here and say, well, you need to do this, you need to court, it's about who you pick. And they're projecting their life on a whole new era of women that are coming in here. You guys are not out here. You're in what you call marriage purgatory, right? You're stuck behind the wall.
Purgatory.
He doesn't realize the words he's saying are derogatory.
Like I'm hearing it, I'm just like, wow.
Okay,
I respect you guys. I talk good about you. Y'all just live in purgatory.
Because he don't heed the information that B Baller is telling him. So if B Baller is telling you all that stuff, sir. But no. If B Baller is telling you, if you are listening to what B Baller is saying and you're not taking heed to what the man is telling, he's telling you everything right to do. That's how he got his 28 years, his 30 years, his 40 years, his 50 years with his partner, because he done the right things. Like he chose a certain way, or he done it a certain way. But what you telling him is, oh no, well, we ain't trying to be hearing that because we out here in these streets. Well, guess what? You out there in them streets.
It's worse than that, OG. It's worse than that, OG. He's saying that the reason why it's working out because this man's in purgatory. It's happy wife, happy life.
With it. And that's the thing. So even everything that I say, Ruthless, it may not work. It may not work. I'm just giving people some information and they can go with it. And every time I do that, you look and go, these simps, these suckers, they're just doing it because they're in purgatory. They're letting their wives take over.
I don't call you suckers. I don't do that.
No, I'm paraphrasing on that.
No, I once again, I very respect.
Well, simp ain't no better. Simp ain't no better.
Married, like I said, in your marriage, in your institution, I'm happy for you.
Okay.
But what I am saying is this: your wife ain't every woman out here.
I agree.
So you wouldn't have a clue. You wouldn't have a clue on what type of women are coming in that's way different from your wife.
Right. And I'm just trying to help people.
You have no idea what's going on here.
You would, Rufus, if you've been out here. If you was out there in them streets like you is.
I'm out here in the streets.
So when you find that, like you told me that day, when you find that one that make you want to give up the streets, then holler at your boy.
No. OG DoDirty. I can't.
Oh, so what we just heard is Rufus. You can't stay out the streets.
Oh, yeah, he made for the streets. He know he is, but he gonna come at
Let me help you guys out, right? I just have a different ideology. I have evolved. I have.
Okay, I get it.
You know what, Rufus? You know Jay-Z like anyone else. Guess what? Streets is watching.
But I'm just, listen, that's why I'm not here putting married men down. I don't do that. But I will say this: I'm putting women in a different capacity, a different role, which serves my value best. And in my estimated opinion, no chaser. I think, in my opinion, and I could be wrong, every man doesn't have to follow me, but I think women are better short-term investments than they are long-term, in my opinion. Right now, and this is for the men, maybe like-minded. I'm not talking to the married men or the men who've been in a relationship for 12, 13 years. I'm not talking to you. If it don't apply, let it fly.
And that's my problem, though, is you're talking to people who potentially could be married, and you're freaking
no. Well, I'm giving them no. I'm just saying is men.
See,
if she leaves you, it's not your fault.
Well, here's my thing. Here's the thing you have to worry about some people, right? Here's the thing you have to worry about some people. There are people out there that, like, if she leaves, they're not worried.
If say it again, Resla?
If she leaves, they are not worried.
Yes, and this is why Ruthless new ideology is short-term investments beats long-term goals. And it is more optimal for a man to operate with the women of now, the modern women, short-term basis, because once again, we have enough information to understand that women are quitters. Women are emotionally unstable, and they will burn the house down. So why are we keep investing in these unstable?
You're crazy now. The women are quitters.
It's only fair. It's only fair. Is if the modern woman they come in with large body counts, their ideology is of sexual
100%.
Right. So now you have to treat them accordingly. These are no longer women of substance, no longer women who's coming in, hey, let me be there for my man. And even though we have let's go to they're coming in with, hey, I got a roster. I need bills. We are entering the era.
Did you hear Ruthless, ladies? 100%. If you don't already have yourself a man, you're a whore.
No, men can't be whores.
No, I said this is what you're saying about the ladies because they got high body
counts. I got women saying this. No, women are saying this.
No. We're here about you said.
Yeah.
You're not making these statements. So you're saying there are no clean women. They're all for the streets. They're all whores.
Because they want money. Women have replaced men with money. This is their new husband.
So there's none trying to be saved.
No. They want women now. What they want, wrestler. They want the money from the man, but not the relationship or the marriage from the man anymore. They want to set up a what you call a situationship, which they're more comfortable with.
Ladies, if you've been through relationships, if you have been ran through, and now you're feeling dry like the fucking Sahara Desert, just want to let you know, if you want to feel saved, there is no savior, more hellfire for you, according to Ruthless Truth.
Yeah, there's no savior because they don't
your
want
eternal damnation, according to Ruthless.
Wrestler, they don't want to be saved. They love their power. They love their freedom.
So you know what I find strange though? If everything you say about these women is right, why do you usher men to them? Why don't you lead men to the opposite? You do, because you say women want this, and this.
No. You have ushered men to them because you've encouraged men to pick a lifestyle like yours and building the kind of roster that you do.
Yes, I encourage that because you don't have to deal with the baggage. You don't have to worry about, right? You don't have to worry about all these influential things that are driving them forces. You deal with them in a more valuable capacity. That is short term. We have a agreement, short term agreement.
That's what women want.
This is the slogan for Ruthless dating. This is the slogan for Ruthless dating plan.
Yes.
No more baggage, just the meat sack.
But not just that. Just to be frank.
Because if you come out here looking for love, right now, B-Ball, if he divorced his wife, divorced him, he'd get ate up, right? Because he's coming out here. Well, I'm finna go back to my old ways. I'm finna date for love, intentional. These women out here.
Ask me what I would do. You didn't even ask.
Oh, you're gonna die single. This see Nidus talking about when Nidus first came on, he talking about I'm gonna get married. Now Nidus talking about I'm gonna have to die because these women, because Nidus said he don't want to take a woman out to dinner. And women are demanding that because they got too many dudes that do it. See, women are leveraging other men against anybody who's trying to buck break them. Women are doing the buck breaking now. They're trying to break you in.
Right, and you're leading men to do that.
No, I don't lead men to do that. I lead men to operate in the capacity where
that women dictate.
Say and baller, he's leading men to pegging.
Yeah. But because that Disneyland shit of love and forever is a foolish and unsafe practice now dealing with these women, because they will go fuck your best friend, they go fuck your cousin. There's dudes, babies that are not even theirs, and their father, and they find out you're not the father. Even the rich men are experiencing a lot of turmoil dealing with these women. So it's no longer just the poor men. This is reaching up all levels, right? And I clearly see that. Okay. And then I take my anecdotal experience and mix it in. I say, okay, women are what they are, right? They're going to be the way they are, and I'm going to deal with them what's best suited for me. I have to put me first. I am not going to subject myself to live for nobody else's happiness. I'm not going to sign up for that.
But you are. You're giving them what they want. You're doing it on their terms. You're telling men. You're leading men to the slaughter. Yes, you are.
No, they're leading themselves to the slaughter. B-baller.
No. If you say women are only about that dollar, and you telling men to get their money right and to do it this way,
I didn't say that. That's not me. That's red pill. I tell men.
Ninja, you sound red pill. It sounds like my money, my choice.
No, well, I'm not red pill. I'm saying.
Well, you do believe in my money, my choice, though. Don't do that. Don't get past that.
They're pushing marriage still. I'm not pushing. I'm anti-marriage.
Who's pushing marriage? Red pill? Okay, forget red pill.
Yeah, their ideology is be the best version of yourself, and then the woman will come, and then you whatever happy ever.
So
after.
do you spend money on women?
Of course.
Why? If you just said that that's all women want right now.
Because when I go out to dinner, I cover the charges.
I didn't ask what you did.
Let me give you. If they got some good coochie, every blue moon, I'll gift them. You know what I mean? Like, cause and just sometimes I'll be a bill too because they're cool. I fuck with them for that moment. I'm all right. What you do?
You are what created the OnlyFans and the freaking the Tinder girls. You're the reason they're here, and yet you're talking shit about them.
No,
hey, Paula, he's the black Tinder swindler.
You're the reason they're here, and then you're leading everybody else to that.
No, let me tell you what created women themselves. Women since Adam and Eve, right, has always been rebellious and hoes. Prostitution been around since the beginning of time. I don't know what you're talking about. It ain't like it just happened. No, it's been since forever, and it's just growing. And now that we're ushering the prostitution era, right? This is the new era. Women are putting a for sale sign up. Even if you lead with your personality, even if you lead with your gentleman-like behavior, they are looking at men as business perspective. They're not looking at you for love. They're looking at what can you do for me. What Janet said,
100%, right? 100%.
These women, 100% of women, they're looking for men as providers in a way not conducive to a relationship form anymore. See, you pay for your wife, right? We understand that, and she.
God damn.
yeah. Women.
If you got married, that nigga Rich was gonna say you paid for your wife. I didn't.
That is crazy work.
He told me that shit the other day. I was like, bro, what the hell? I was like, and then he broke it. He got a whole explanation to it. But it's crazy. That nigga crazy.
Yeah, you got to pay to get married. You got to pay for it. It's just simple.
Told you.
Now to get some coochie,
I understand it. Right? It was just cold to hear.
If you want to court and marry a woman, it comes with a price. And then after you marry, it still comes with a price. Right?
You're talking to the wrong one, though. I'm telling you right now, because you're the wrong one. Don't tell me I paid for it, because I can tell you right now, my wife paid for most of the things that I had.
Once again, you guys.
Now, what are you going to say that? Now, what are you going to say then?
Be baller.
You know what he's going to say, baller. Free pussy costs the most.
This is what I'm saying, right? In the last 25 years, right? That's from 2020. Women have, from 2000 to now, women have been demanding men have 6 figures. There are women movements out here saying, if you make 50K, you shouldn't date. Then you have the sprinkle, right? Then you have the broke energy movement. Women do not support broke energy. They're saying it online and they're saying it in person. Okay? If a woman deems you as someone, and then now let me preface this to your point, B-Baller and Resla and OG DoDirty. Now she's ugly, fat, yeah, you might get her for a discount, right? You might not have to have a whole bunch of money, right? You might sneak over the fence, bang, 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 right? If she's low self-esteem and don't have, she's got 5 baby daddies and 8 kids, all right, you might be able to creep in there. You might be at a discount. But for the educated women, the women who are qualified to be wively looking, right? Or bad bitch, in other words, or even a very attractive woman who's come from a strong family background, they value themselves so high, right? And they demand from men a high premium to court them and to eventually marry them.
Right.
And this is what we have to understand. It's how it goes.
But I'm just saying that those women exist not because of me, but because of you.
No, they exist because they were created. Because it's been forever.
No. Women have been around for a long time.
Still giving
So how was
I
I able to find a woman that was attractive, that was intelligent, that was a college student? How was I able to do that if there were no women that existed like that?
Oh, you really want to hear that, baller?
I do.
I'm not. Okay, baller. I don't know your whole situation because I don't trust married men. You guys are not always honest.
There you go.
Damn. You're not going to tell me everything, of course.
What do you want to know?
You want to win, right?
I'll tell you. What do you want to know?
Right, you want to take win for the married men, right? So it's understandable.
No,
I'm not even going to personalize it.
So ruthless. Most people will tell you that when I'm out here, I'm as honest as I can be, bro.
You're not. You're not.
Tell me why I'm not honest. Tell me why I'm a liar.
Men.
Tell me why I'm a liar. You want me to tell you how I met? Wait a minute. You want me to tell you? I can tell you how I met my wife, how it went, and up to this day. And I'll tell you right now if you'd like to hear it.
Okay, but no, I don't want to hear it, right? But I do.
What are we doing?
Because you're going to make me believe that your wife paid for you to get married. You didn't pay for her, right? You're going to tell me she paid for all your dates.
I'm going to tell you right now.
All your time together.
Hold on.
You're going to tell me that you was a homosexual and that you are a house husband 2025. And okay, I agree with you. Go ahead, fine, right? You're a rare.
Do you want to hear it or no?
Okay.
Do you want to hear it? No, because see, this stuff of shit you're doing right now, it's really not helpful that you wouldn't let me say it.
Check this out, B-Baller. You ain't even got to say it, sir, because when he's talking about it, it's straight nonsense. But he's only accounting for at least about, and I'm gonna give him a small percentage. I'm gonna give him like a 23%.
Oh,
that's the only thing that he's talking to. Because the women we just got through seeing on the screen that was at the Starbucks trying to get this cup of coffee got me messed up. It's none of the women that he's talking about, right? And all these women, it's these women I heard that's decent looking, average women that's attractive, that dudes should be on. And you know what you don't have to do what Ruthless is talking about doing, because you could just go to Starbucks and get you a $30 cup.
Well, once again, right?
So Ruthless, I'll say this. You can ask Resla, you can ask OG, you can ask Mayo when he comes up here, you can ask Mama. We've spoken many times in the back. Hold on. We've spoken many times in the back, and I told them my backstory. They know what it's about. So I'm not going to lie to you, and if you'd like, I could tell you it right now. Since you don't think they exist. But you don't think it exists, though. You don't think it exists is the problem.
I do believe that homosexual does and house husbands do it.
And he's not disrespectful by saying homosexual.
I do believe that homosexuals and house husbands exist at 0.1% of the population.
And you're not being
0.1.
disrespectful when you say that.
Listen to
But
what that
you
nigga
saying that you weren't
Nigga
disrespectful.
Rufus is crazy. Now that nigga said 0.1, nigga.
0.1, 0.1% of the population of men are house husbands. Most, but in large part, the rest are providers. They're paying the mortgage, or they're paying this, they're paying that. This is the name of the game. Women are selfish, self-centered individuals who pick dudes who are going to cater to their happiness. That's just the name of the game. I don't understand why we have been arguing this.
Because you're wrong. But
huh? Are you gonna tell me your woman don't want you to cater to her happiness? She wants you to talk to her like a general? Get over there, sit down, pick the eggs. Matter of fact, go to the grocery store, do that. Is that how you talk like a general? Or you, baby, could you, while you at the store?
First of all, you gave two different distinct type of ways to talk to somebody, and each one of them is demeaning the other one. So why would you talk to somebody like that? See what I'm saying? That's the crazy part. You would say stuff like that. No, I'm just saying because I know, bro. My whole thing is I already know where you be going. If I'll be laughing, I'm like, this nigga is crazy. He just you just gotta listen to what he's saying and just put it to exactly what it is. That nigga Rufus, he be saying some stuff, but he's like, nigga, that don't make no sense sometimes, bro. You just
So there's two ways, right? Two ways to be a leader. Either you barking commands, or you adapting and baby, honey, pop, sugar, could you go to the store and get some, while you're there, get some extra flour? Yes, baby. She wins.
But you ain't commanding if you following what women want you to do. It doesn't sound like you the commander of this whole thing. It sounds like you following protocol.
There you go, big brother. There you go.
I'm speaking to that guy, right? I didn't say this was you. I didn't say it was OG Dirty. But then there's another guy who barks, a leader barks commands, and they don't get questioned.
But see, again, when you listen to what you just got through saying, and B-Baller had you right where he needed you at, but you ain't talking to that guy. You ain't talking to the guy that's barking, and you definitely ain't talking to the guy saying "baby" because you making this distinction. So let's talk to that. See if I was, bro. I listen. I be smoking that good weed, Rufus. I be listening too hard. You got to be distinctive when you telling us what dude you talking to, because that's why I'm telling B-Baller. Like, he definitely ain't talking to what you talking about. He talking to a whole nother sector of nigga who really on the cool ain't making it nowhere, because they the ones it's in the struggle right now. And I'd rather them follow B-Baller to get out the struggle. You know what I'm saying? Because doing what Rufus is talking about doing, man, it's hard out there for y'all, man.
Yes, it is.
Like you said, what you say, six figures. First of all, you gotta get your money up. And then once you get your money up, you might not keep your money up because you're gonna break your legs just to get taller. Because remember, 6'6". So it's a lot of stuff that you go through that it's gonna take time. So look at that for all this to happen for you around 45, 50. So you're really gonna skip out on your player years, and you're really gonna skip out on your prime years, and then you're really gonna skip out on your all-star years, which is your 20s all the way up to your 30s. So you're gonna remember all this, and you turning 50, turning old with all these body parts. Ain't gonna work no more. Then you're gonna be the bionic man.
You know what, Rufus? You know what? You're right. There
You
are a lot of guys who are not gonna have all those fitness. They're not gonna be 6 feet tall. They're not gonna have 6 figures. They're not gonna have a 6-pack. They're not gonna have 6 houses. They're not gonna have six Rolexes. In fact, Ruthless, they're not gonna have any experience being by 6x8.
That's true. But they will friend zone. They will friend zone 18 niggas for like 10 years, 12 years. And if they don't get that guy, then if they turn 40, they start promoting niggas. This is what these women are doing, man. They were friend zone 5 or 6 niggas who they got a little bit of something. They all right. But you stand over here while I go get my back blown out by the guy that I'm really trying to bag. And then when she get dogged by him, or when she dog walk him, then she do this for her. So by the time you get her body count, she'll be between 120, 150, right? Or 50, 60. And then she gonna say, when she look in the mirror and see that her beauty, because the young girls are coming in and taking over, she's gonna make a phone call, Like you know how the military make that phone call for you to sign up for the draft? And she's gonna say, okay, today's your day, baby. You've been promoted.
Here's why married men don't have that problem. We don't get friend zoned because we know how to pick them. We know how to figure it out. The reason we're married is because we figured out how to pick them. You don't care who you pick. You have a certain type, and you'll go for all kinds of women in that type, and you'll start picking and nabbing through them, and don't care what happens just because you want to get a little pussy from each and every one of them.
So
that's not what married men do.
Are you better than Michael Jordan?
I don't know what the fuck that means, bro.
Just yes or no.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah. I answered that question. See, it's important. This is another thing that this nigga try to get people on. This nigga said, "Is you better than Michael Jordan?" Fuck yeah, I'm better than Michael Jordan.
Are you better than Michael Jordan?
Fuck yeah, I'm better than yes.
I am not. You say yes. I'm gonna say no. I want to see where this goes.
This nigga, see, that's what I'm saying.
I got some more for you, OG. Are you better than Tiger Woods?
Yes,
I am.
I love it. I love you guys' confidence. Are you better than Tom Brady?
Where we going?
Yes,
I am.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And last one. Are you better than Michael B. Jordan?
Yes.
Oh, definitely.
Yes, nigga.
Okay.
Him definitely.
I like that. I like that, Merriman. Stand up. So my point is, where I'm going with this is, you guys are saying that because, well, Resla's not married, but I say he's married. He's in a long-standing relationship, and it's healthy too. From what he's told.
Yeah, no, hasn't happened.
Yeah, so I'm just going, I'm going to give you that, your flowers on that.
You don't need to give me no flowers. I don't like flowers anyway.
Well, I'm gonna give you a message.
I can't take care of flowers.
I ain't gonna tell you. I ain't gonna say nothing about that. But go ahead. Go ahead. I want to hear what this nigga gonna say.
So, you guys are better than them because you guys are in your marriages, correct? And they're divorced.
No.
So, would you guys consider these guys at success level? Michael, the guys I named, the elite of successful men?
No.
No.
You don't think Michael Jordan's elite?
No.
No.
Elite?
No.
What do y'all consider elite successful men?
My granddaddy.
What makes you What makes you think that? What makes you think that anything he does is my definition of success?
Well, a large part of marriage value comes from their economic success.
No, it's like when people say things like you're a hater, but you don't even care for the thing that they're talking about.
No, I'm not saying you guys are wrong for what you're saying, Wrestler. I'm actually proud of you guys, just for the record. But I'm just establishing a barometer here to show how people are judged by. Men are largely judged by economic success. So and this, for example, and I'm not saying this is right. If you was going to a restaurant right now and then you're waiting, you guys are going on the list and Michael Jordan comes in there, they're going to scoot you to the side, right? Mike's going to walk right by you. And then they're like, okay, what you want? You know what I'm saying? This is the way society is. So because men are judged, or I would say treated according to their success economically and life accomplishments. These are where some of the value men are created in the society.
So
I'm not saying that you guys are wrong.
Let me give it this, Rufus. Let's just say Michael B. Jordan walked into that restaurant, right?
Yeah.
You and Michael B. Jordan has that same network. They're not going to scoot you to the side because you don't have his same notoriety.
Right.
The difference between you and Michael B. Jordan, even if you have the same network, is the fact that he's known and you're not.
And that is valuable in the society.
So if I already know, but if I'm aware of what I have and I'm not concerned with him, I don't give a fuck what they saying.
Not just that. Not only are you aware of what you have, but you can move correctly with what you have. That's all you need to do is be able to move properly with what you have.
I'm not.
Like, see, hold on. Before we go any further, you keep saying, so what married men or what men who have found people have realized is they know what they have, they know what they want around about, and they're able to accomplish or get what they want. And that's all it should be. What you're teaching people is to shoot for shit that they can't have, go out and go do things that they. You are.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. What I am teaching, right, men, is you don't have to settle for anything less than what you're comfortable with.
But married men know that. We know that.
Hey, B Baller, he just said it again. He said, you don't need to take their baggage. You just need a meat sack.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah,
And to me, right, that's a more valuable the way to deal with the modern woman right now, because women are coming out saying they want to be their back blown out. They want the soft girl era. They don't care. So fine.
Ruthless. When does the modern woman stop being modern without going backwards?
They won't.
So that means they're always going to be what they are now.
Yes.
So you're going to advocate that basically, by the way, with the low birth rate that we're dealing with across the entire nation, not just the nation, but the entire globe, this is just the way it needs to be, right?
I'm not promoting anything. I'm just saying it is what it is, right? It's nothing.
Wait, we got to stop right there because you are promoting something. The first thing you're promoting is a lifestyle.
No, what I'm promoting is healthy lifestyle.
It's a promotion. Either you're promoting it or you're not.
You're not promoting a healthy life. You're not promoting a healthy lifestyle by telling somebody that, bro. I mean, you can say that it's healthy for those again that you feel, because I was gonna do it to you, that you feel. I can't take away what you feel and for your people. But you can't put that on mine, sir, because the people that's coming up behind me that's doing the same thing that me and B Baller is doing, that you make sure that we don't run into those problems. That now if I see somebody who is doing what Rufus is doing out here, and like he said, they 6'6", guess what? Hey man, guess who you need to listen to? You need to listen to my boy Rufus, because he can put you on game. I can't put you on game on that.
What I'm saying is I am more qualified than OG and B Baller and Resla to give you the tools to deal with the modern woman.
Okay.
Now, traditional, you guys are way more experienced because you guys are married, right? So understand it. To be married, I know what the advice you're going to give them. Happy wife, happy life. This is simple. It's simple. That's the only thing y'all can offer them in. How do you make your relationship last 5 to 10 years? You got a happy wife, happy life, because we understand as men is that women, they're petty, right? Especially when they get in their feelings.
This is weird. I don't know what women you keep dealing with. This is crazy.
I'm telling you, I don't know who these chicks is, bro. But
I don't know what these bargain brand women you keep running across. You keep shopping in the same places.
Resla, you're not being fair here.
I think he is.
Fair.
I think he really is.
Resla has an ex, maybe more than one ex. Right?
More than one ex, but damn sure.
So they're exes for a reason, not because of good things, right? So Resla would have to agree with me that through his experience alone, this is why he's so happy he got lucky and found one that is different than all his exes, and that is someone he can.
Do you think all of everybody that I've ever been with has been the same?
Not exactly the same.
Every person. Do you think that every person I ran across, I had the same standards across the board in every relationship? You don't think I've also changed and developed?
You have your standards changed?
Yes, absolutely. This is the problem I have with Baller OG. This is the problem that I've had, and I've had this conversation with John, right? Do you think that me having me making the decision I did when I was in my 20s is the same decision I would make in my 40s?
That's a fact.
You think I'm the same person?
No.
You're a
nutcase.
I'm not the same person I was. And I think that's part of the problem. I think, Ruthless, you are that same person you were when you were 18.
There's no way I'm going to look back. No way I'm going to look back now. Think about my 20-year-old self and think, you know what? I would listen to that motherfucker.
No.
So when I was 18, I thought foolishly about women. So I don't think I have the same ideology. I am the same, but I have gathered a greater understanding of women. And through relationships myself, I have fiance, I have multiple monogamous relationships. And I observed
monogamous.
Multiple. And I have observed and I have assessed each woman I was with. I always look at the things they do to see, or do I continue or do I have to send them packing? and this is fair, right? It's fair. I give him a certain amount of, okay, let me see if she's worthy. Now, so and to my experience and to me seeing this with the numbers, which align, is that, to your point, Resla, not all of them have the same disposition. Like some of my exes had anger management issues. My other exes had insecurity issues. But I do think that a lot of their problems derive from the same source, which is emotional instability.
Nigga,
and
hell no,
that is universally that I've noticed. That's what I assess with all, meaning some of my girlfriends were very insecure. Who you fucking if I didn't call back? Want to go through my phone? Just dumb shit, right? And then my other exes, they would just get mad at the dumbest shit. They would shut down. You'd be like, what the fuck just happened, right? I literally watched, I think some of them were exorcism, right? I'm like, what the fuck? I'm out of here. So the men who have met the women that they're better matched with, right? I would say that it's not a perfect relationship. It's not like there's no problems. You just may be able to conflict resolution better with the one you with now or the one you've been with for 20 years. And this is how you've made it. And once again, I do believe men are the rocks, and they take a pond and take a step back to let this flourish so that it can last. Because men, we believe in a nuclear family. A lot of men believe in I just want one woman. And, the monogamy is the overarching situation, which is respectable and commendable.
Is it smarter? Is it smarter?
Huh?
Is it smarter than the opposite approach?
It is because every man ain't really capable of dealing with multiple women on a level. Because some men are insecure too. Some women lack certain things. So I'm not saying it's smart. It's smart, right? And I'm like I said, it's commendable. I'm not sitting here saying, "Oh, no." But
see, that's a you problem though, bro. Because like I told you before, I have no problem with the dude who want to have the fiance and have the chick that comes over and lives with them, and they have another person live with. I have no problem with that, because again, if you are in a committed relationship and you want to go out and do these things because you want to have a roster, well, your wife or whoever else that you talking to, your fiance, need to be approving that list. Y'all need to be picking them together. Whoever y'all bring in need to have the same eyes that they have for you, they need to have for her. That way you don't deal with these type of problems. But what you telling people is, you know what? You just go on out here and you just keep on sticking your wick and let it move. That's it. Getting it.
And don't trust them. And don't trust them. And you say a lot.
Come on, bro. You got to stop, Rufus. You got to. But I get what you're saying for the young man, bro, who's able to do it, who's 6'6", 6'6", 6'6". If they got it like that, hey, bro, go and do your thing. Now, just remember. That 6'6" got it and all that guy got to last. You know what I'm saying? All the way until what age? Because you say this is forever, or are you gonna be able to settle down sometime, Rufus? Yes or no?
I am settled down. What you talking about?
No. I'm saying, are you going to be able to settle down? Like, get out of the 6'6". It's gonna be a point in time where your 6'3" is gonna turn into a 6'1" because you're gonna be slashed over. You're gonna be old as shit. Are you still gonna be out here still doing the same thing like Hugh Hefner? Are you gonna hate to say it? Are you gonna go like Kevin Samuels? Like, what you gonna do?
I'm gonna stick to my short-term investments, which is very valuable to me. I think this is the most optimal women are at. I think women are best at sexual performance and arm candy. I think that's where they're the elite. And I think this is where their performance is better. Because in this capacity that I'm dealing with them in, it's much easier for them to not have to be something that they're not, right? I don't put any, look, you fuck with me, I'll fuck with you. Now if you get another man, you have to, you got to make sure you go separate ways, you know what I mean? But it's cool, but we can enjoy it while we last. And I let them know about the other girls. I let them know about how I'm moving in that way where, hey, if you cool with it, you ain't cool with it. Because if you ain't cool with it, you got to go, right? You don't pick shit out. I'm the leader. Whoever I'm inserting into this lineup has my opinion. And
he could have just simply told me, yeah, I'm going to continue to still do the same thing I was going to do. That was it. That's all he had to tell me.
You can kick rock, right? So once again, right, that's how I run my shit. Now
I get you, but the only thing you had to tell me was
let me preface this, OG. But some men you might just need to deal with one, which is fine. But I'm advising you to deal with it still in a short-term capacity and always be eyeing her replacement. Always.
So
because
define short term. 3 months, 6 months. What's short term?
2 weeks, 3 days.
No.
Wait. Do they hit a certain price range and then they cut off?
Yeah, you know it.
No. It's about
what's the limit? What's the limit on each bra?
2 years.
2 years. That can be $500,000.
No.
I mean, I said it could be $500,000. Right?
If you're a rapper,
depending on what your pocket, yeah. Depending on what your pocket's looking like.
What I'm saying, you might only deal with one woman, right? But I say deal with her and do not overly commit. Number one, keep her in a situationship. Make her say, hey, you know what I mean? Because I'm just saying, as soon as dudes are committing, these women are doing the most. It seems like they just, I don't know what's wrong with them. Like this light switch flips. Like, what the fuck? But when I see women best perform, in my opinion, is when their side, I think women are better side pieces than they are main pieces. And that's why the side pieces are winning. Because, and I know it sounds so untraditional and so weird, but side piece women are the best example of women's capacity. Because
so what you do with them? So what you do with, so if you got all these good side pieces, what you do with that main chick? What is she?
Well, I'm just saying, and I'm not speaking to mine. I don't have a main chick, right?
No. What I'm saying is, you said you think side pieces are the best. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, for you to even have a side piece, don't you got to have somebody that you with before she even becomes a side piece? Or do you just claim, or are you claiming anonymously you're single, but you just have a lot of side pieces? Like, what are we doing here? I'm not understanding.
What I'm comparing to is a man who's married, right, or in a long-standing relationship that, and through history and data, side pieces are the better woman. It's just that the married man don't happen to love the side piece more than he loves his wife. But side pieces typically cater to the man who's married. So, and I use it as an example in short-term investment, right? Because side piece, that's exactly what they are, right? They play a position, and usually these girls are very on point about that. Now, they do try to leave little panties here and there. I mean, they try those stuff, of course. But typically, they comply. They don't overtalk. They're very uncombative. This is what side pieces saved a lot of women's marriages.
Yeah, okay, but the side pieces, get back to the question, short term, what's the number? Like, what we talking here? That's what we're trying to figure out. We're trying to figure out what's your short term gain, so we'll know when we need to fold them or hold them.
30 to 2 years, 30 days to 2 years.
He said 30 days.
A month to a year.
Hey, gotta be ready. I'm telling you, because long term with one person, it's a lot to go through, man. I'm sorry, that's just a big responsibility, and I don't want to deal with it. Short term, I don't have to deal with none of their baggage. I see them when I see them. I ain't got to worry about them trying to crack the code to my phone. I ain't got to worry about them starting minor arguments with me, because they know they're replaceable, and they operate in survival mode. I want to be with this guy. I want to deal with this guy.
They are replaceable if you said 30 to 2 years.
Yes, sir.
Every 2
years. It could be 24 hours if you fuck up.
Your layout program and your service package is crazy. I ain't about to do all that.
No, I understand the same for everybody, but I'm just saying
because they left with something.
Their option is there. This is the way we are. I'm just trying to tell you this. Women are moving in this way. It's not like preferably, I would rather have one woman and then we just live happily ever after. That would be my preference.
Then do it.
But it's not, because it's a total failure. Why would I do something? So that's the definition.
You're not even trying now. You're not even trying.
That's the definition of insanity. No, that's the definition of sanity, to try the same thing and expecting different results. And I'm not doing that.
You're doing that every day. Well, you without wanting a relationship, you're going out there.
So let me ask you. So let me ask you a question, Rufus. I just want to get a true answer from you. This is simple. If just say you had a whole, just say you at the age, just say you at the age 30, right? And you're with somebody for 15 years doing what you say in the short term. You know what I'm saying? Strong, she good, but you never. So would you take a chance on that for the next 15 to just be with somebody for 30 years?
Man.
Because basically what you're telling me, the 50-50 of it is you putting them through this short term, and once they prove they pass the 2-year mark and they steady staying on to this program, and you understand once it get to the 15-year mark that it can go on to 30 years if you just leave it at that, because you know the motherfucker down with you. So you end up marrying this person. Is that the goal you looking for or something? Is that the way that you projecting yourself to find this wholesome woman or whatever it is? Because I'm not understanding.
No, I am gonna die by myself. All right. So
okay. So yeah,
it sound like you know. It sound like Rufus just don't want to watch women get old.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I don't care about that. What I do care about is my peace, right?
And ruthless. I listen. If that's what you want to do, I'm cool with it. You know how you said that if married men want to be married men, that's you cool with it. I'm cool with what you want to do, right?
Yeah.
But what I see you doing is you're out here trying to, and you can promote that that's what you want to do and that's what you think is the right thing to do, but then you talk such dog shit about women and married men.
I don't talk.
You make it look like it.
I give I give scientific facts mixed with
scientific facts.
Yeah, scientific. That sounded kind of dope.
I need you see, and I need the scientific facts on how do you find these prime? Where do you find these prime women at? Wait. How do you find these? Got to listen to the whole thing. Where do you find these prime women at that you gonna be with for 40 years until you get ready to pass? Because you just turned 29 and you're gonna be with this one for 40, but you ain't gonna marry her or nothing, but y'all gonna have a nice strong program. How do you identify this woman, sir? Them the specifics we need, them the details we need. We need you to put game for those that's gonna live this street life till they die. So these the people that don't need to be out here looking at these wholesome women who looking for marriage. They need to leave them alone so you can point them out and tell them, hey, she ain't the one for you. The one you need is this one that's gonna be throwing her back crazy, you know what I'm saying, popping it like she going wild, and she got a heart, but then she's straight, you know what I'm saying, she loyal. You need to be telling us about this type of woman. Because we want to see her. We see all the other women. We see the women that's getting married. We see the women that's getting divorced. So these ain't none of the women that you're talking about because they on a different program than what you talk about. We need to see what these women look like that you are talking about. These women that's going to be with these men for ages and just take the money.
The problem is that women divorce at 800,000 times a year. I just don't see that getting any better. It sounds good, right? Coming from you projecting, but
no, I'm saying we're not worried about them. I just gave examples. We're worried about them. Talk about the women that you're speaking of.
Women are once again, it's a gamble. You're telling me to tell a man, if you're gonna gamble, because once again, any woman you're dealing with, especially long term, it's a big gamble. There's no guarantees that she's gonna finish that journey with you. There's no guarantees that she's not gonna fuck your best friend. There's just no guarantees you can put in there. You can hope and cross your fingers and keep your mouthpiece game on it and keep trying to convince her to get out of her delusions, right?
Not the crispy mouthpiece.
Yes, you got to. This is the only way you're going to make it last, because women are delusional. And they are easily influenced by shiny objects, social media, friends, and work husbands, right? They get around these guys put a bug in their ear. Oh man, they got the game going on out here, right? This is how much cheating is going on with the women and the men, right? So we do have to understand, and this is why I'm against marriage. I just believe
I get the part that you're against marriage.
There's too many things that's pulling at your woman. And because men got to work hours upon hours to provide and bring in the bacon, and your woman who has to work with you, or maybe she's at home because of social media and because of a lot of the large 304 population in the music and friend zones with women, it is very, very stupid not to understand these things, that your woman is highly chance to be compromised. And that's
cool for the married man, but you still ain't answered my question, bro. Why can't you speak to those women that you're talking about, the ones again that's gonna be in this relationship with a dude like Bruce? Like those the ones I want to hear you talk about, because every single other women that you talk about, you putting something on a married woman.
All my women are untrustworthy. All the women I deal with are kept at a distance. I've been made a lot of offers, right? One girl asked me, if I do this, if I do that, will you stop seeing all these women? I told her, let me holler at you in a minute, and I blocked her, right? So I cannot stand a woman who's with me.
He grew up.
Yeah, I can't stand a woman who's with me because who I'm not having sex with, because she's letting me know that she's being selfish and she's only thinking of herself, right? I am selfish too. So we are going separate ways, right? I'm selfish, she's selfish. And when we come together, I want something from you, transactional. I want that coochie. You want dick, and sometimes a little money. I ain't gonna lie, but mostly dick and time, because some girls just want to be because they think I'm handsome and other things, right? But my point is, I keep it at that surface level, and it's so much more peaceful to me. We're not doing those stupid ass arguments. I don't give no room to argue with me. If they even show any more mood of conflict, they're removed immediately. And this to me because I'm not going to compromise what makes me feel good about my life, right? What I like to live in. And I don't want to live with a woman and not shacking up with a woman or not pointing into a woman. So then I have to manage her instability. It's just, to me, a dumb deal to sign up for. And I don't think women, and not because they're quitters, right? I think women are easily quit because they're influenced, not only by the outside, but internally, right? And so good luck to you men who are married. I'll be praying for y'all. Shout out to OGDoDirty, who's going on whatever time he's going on. Shout out to Resla and his shout out to people and his he be doing me dirty, bro. I'll give my shouts out. Shout out. But Ruthless in 2025, to the young men out here who's in fact male monkey, we know you is toast, right? So men, it's not your fault. Women are now exercising their rights and their liberties to leverage the system against men, to get money from men, to take the kids from men and different things. And this is a society we live in. America promotes individualism, not family. So once again, if you want to marry, if you want to have a decent chance, I say get a passport and go to Tokyo. Thank you.
He thinks Japan is better.
Hell yeah.
Better than American chicks. This nigga.
Better than American chicks. You have a better chance. I'm not saying they're gonna work, but hey, at least they're gonna make
apparently you don't know how Japan is doing.
I'll just do something out there. Philippines is probably better, but I'm just saying, if you want a chance for at least a woman to still do traditional things.
You still believe them women across there, bro, is brought up, bro. That ain't the type of marriage you need. That's not marriage.
I know.
Apparently he doesn't keep up, because even the Philippines, they got access to technology too. They're not just little rural chicks.
No. Yeah. I get you, but I'm saying they're a little bit more. They're gonna make you at least feel good about taking your shit. You know what I'm saying? Or American women are brutal.
See what I be saying? Man, you can go ahead and say, you know what? On that note right there, because this nigga here trip, you be saying some crazy. Appreciate you, man. Say, hey man, appreciate everybody, man. And we going on 4 hours. You already know how we do. Appreciate everybody for coming through. Rufus, B-Baller. I think his name was the second time on panel, including LA and everybody else, man. Appreciate everybody coming through. Resla, you got something for him? What's coming up this week? Anything like that? Anything new, brother?
Nah, I'm gonna be working on some things that's gonna be happening for this week, but I don't know when I'm gonna drop it.
Okay. I will be going live. I'll probably be on the show with the Spoon. If he do something tomorrow, I don't know about anything during the day, but all my stuff is basically done. So I'll probably be doing more streams coming directly at y'all because I'm going into the cold season. So be willing to see me a little bit more. And salute the Kingdom Minded for the support of the show and everybody else. Make sure y'all hit that like button and all that good stuff, man. We up out of here. And thank y'all for coming through.
Rolling through the bluff, trolling through the blockchain, slinging heavy clout, spitting on the mic. What's the latest? What's about? Politicians tripping, headlines flipping out in the heart of the South, where the whispers turn to shouts. Meetings in the shadows, hustlers making plans, deals going down, gripping tight, shaking hands. City buzzing loud, news dap in demand. Dirty South vibe, deep roots, dirty land. Drop by, chopping up, news flying in the wind. Talk about the biz, who's winning, who will spin. Crime on the rise, truth over till the sin. Dirty South, living thick skin, thick skin. Rappers on the come up, topics in their rhymes. Truth spilling raw, cutting through the grime. Events popping off, party scenes in their prime. Southern nights wild, about to lose track of time. Headlines breaking, cities heartbeat racing. Discussions, heavy heads nodding syncopation. From the bodega gossip to the mayor's dictation. Southside stories, raw truth, no hesitation. Drop by, chopping up, news flying in the wind. Talk about the biz, who's winning, who will spin. Crime on the rise, truth over till the end. Dirty South, living thick skin, thick skin. Drop by, chopping up, news flying in the wind. Talk about the biz, who's winning, who will spin. Crime on the rise, truth over till the end. Dirty South, living thick skin, thick skin. Drop by, chopping up, news flying in the wind. Talk about the biz, who's winning, who will spin. Crime on the rise, truth over till the end. Dirty South, living thick skin, thick skin. Dirty South, living thick skin, thick skin. Dirty South, living thick skin, thick skin. Rappers on the come up, topics in their rhymes. Truth spilling raw, cutting through the grime. Events popping off, party scenes in their prime. Southern nights wild, about to lose track of time. Headlines breaking, cities heartbeat racing. Discussions, heavy heads nodding syncopation. From the bodega gossip to the mayor's dictation. Southside stories, raw truth, no hesitation. Drop by, chopping up, news flying in the wind. Talk about the biz, who's winning, who will spin. Crime on the rise, truth over till the end. Dirty South, living thick skin, thick skin. Drop by, chopping up, news flying in the wind. Talk about the biz, who's winning, who will spin. Crime on the rise, truth over till the end. Dirty South, living thick skin, thick skin.